CP, uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's
Yeah.
the Alec News Network. What?
1 2 1 2. Live streaming every week. LOL, Snap, and even CP, Dr. CP. That you don't see. It's where you find me. Pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. Sarah called this ran through song. That's not the name of the song, though. It's not the name of the song. That's not the name of the song. Sarah changed the name of the song. That ain't the name of the song, Sarah. We're back at it again somehow. Somehow back. Who knows how or why? We got more Melqui Galvão. That's probably going to dominate everything. So it is what it is when these stories happen, as they do happen every couple of weeks, every couple months. We focus on that, and then when the story dies down, you guys forget what happens. We can move on to the next thing, but that's just how it goes over here, man. We got a couple news reports we're gonna watch. It's in Portuguese. I'll try to translate. So, with the use of the captioning, and we'll try to keep you guys informed. I don't know if there's any. There might be some older posts we look at too. So, and we're gonna see what more the Brazilian. You guys are only you guys only watch American YouTube. You don't follow Latin YouTube or Portuguese, Brazilian YouTube or Korean YouTube. There's different algorithms. When you speak different languages, they got different algorithms, different creators. It's completely different. So you guys used to regular YouTube English. Now when you go over to Brazilian YouTube, it's a whole different. Who are those creators? Who's that influencer? Some people I don't even know those people. and they got super big followings. There's some more. There's too much going on. When it rains, it pours, they say.
Gente, exclusivo, hein? O jornalismo do SBT teve acesso ao depoimento de mais uma vítima do treinador de jiu-jitsu Melqui Galvão, aquele homem que foi preso por estupro de vulneráveis. Está lembrado? Pois bem, essa pessoa contou ao repórter Fábio Diamante que foi abusada sexualmente pela primeira vez aos 12 anos. Reportagem para você.
A nova vítima do...
They got the victim on there. Oh, viewer discretion advised. Viewer discretion advised. This is for educational purposes, as Josiah would say. Educational purposes. Oh, there's another video? God, we'll look at that later. Let me cue it up. I got too many videos, man.
12 anos. Reportagem para você.
A nova vítima do treinador de jiu-jitsu Melqui Galvão, de 47 anos, foi ouvida em um depoimento virtual por policiais desta Delegacia de Defesa da Mulher, na zona leste de São Paulo. O depoimento aconteceu há pouco mais de 20 dias e é mantido em sigilo. A jovem que falou ao SBT contou que foi aluna de Melqui Galvão e foi abusada a primeira vez quando ainda era uma criança.
Com 12 anos ele falou que ia conseguir um kimono para mim, aí foi me buscar na escola. Quando ele me buscou, me levou para eu escolher o kimono, levou na loja, escolhi, e depois ele não me levou para casa. Ele me levou para um local privado, né? Hoje eu reconheço que o local era um motel. Quando entrou no local, eu não sabia o que era, porque eu tinha a frente do local, mas não estava escrito nada. Ele entrou pela parte de trás. Na primeira vez, realmente, ele só fez eu tocar nele. Ele me tocou, e aí ele me beijou, né? Fez realmente eu tocar nas partes dele.
A violência sexual que se repetiu durante anos aconteceu em Manaus. Melqui é também policial civil e antes de se mudar para São Paulo, liderou um projeto social com aulas de jiu-jitsu. Era chamado de Grupo Fera, o mesmo nome de um esquadrão considerado de elite da Polícia Civil do Amazonas. Segundo a vítima, muitos policiais, além de Melqui, participavam dos treinos.
Bastante vezes, algumas vezes ele ia me buscar na escola, algumas vezes ele só ficava dentro do carro, falando algumas coisas, me abraçando, beijando, tocando em mim, fazendo eu tocar nele. Só que realmente quando aconteceu, foi com meus 14 anos. E foi quando realmente ele tirou toda a minha roupa e fez o ato. Eu falei pra ele que tava doendo muito, cheguei a sangrar, eu lembro perfeitamente. E ele parou.
Melqui foi preso por ordem da Justiça de São Paulo por ter violentado outra aluna de 17 anos. O crime aconteceu na Itália durante uma competição internacional de jiu-jitsu. O treinador tentou evitar que a jovem levasse o caso à polícia e mandou mensagens para a família da vítima confessando o crime e oferecendo vantagens financeiras em troca do silêncio.
Eu sei o que eu fiz, eu sei que é errado.
Melqui escapou de ser preso em uma busca feita pela polícia paulista na casa dele, em Jundiaí, no interior, onde ele mantém uma de suas academias de jiu-jitsu. O treinador tinha ido para Manaus e se entregou para colegas da Polícia Civil. A nova vítima de Melqui disse que passou todos esses anos em silêncio por medo. Ela convive com traumas e sequelas que o tempo não cura.
A situação ela tem que ser parada e a justiça tem que ser feita em relação a isso também. Então, quanto mais mulheres aparecerem hoje, é melhor.
O depoimento dessa outra vítima foi dado à polícia de São Paulo, mas como o crime aconteceu em Manaus, ele só pode ser investigado pela Polícia Civil do Amazonas, o que preocupa as vítimas, já que Melqui continua recebendo salário como policial, mesmo trabalhando e morando há anos em São Paulo. A ex-aluna do treinador disse ainda que outras meninas foram violentadas.
Eu conheço
other
de
girls had
certo
also
3
been,
meninas que
assaulted.
treinaram comigo e eu tenho
She
certeza
knows
que
at least 3
passaram
girls
por
who
isso.
train with her.
O treinador é
And,
pai
she's
do
sure they went through
multicampeão
this.
de jiu-jitsu Melqui Galvão. O atleta assumiu a direção das
talking about Melqui
academias
Galvão
do
now.
pai e numa nota publicada nas redes sociais disse que repudia qualquer
control
forma
of the
de
father's gym
assédio
and
ou
social media
violência
and
contra
condemns any
mulheres.
form of
Os
harassment
policiais de
or
São
violence against
Paulo
women and
esperam
children.
agora que a polícia do Amazonas
São Paulo are
dê
now waiting
início
for
aos
the Amazonas
procedimentos
police to
para a
begin procedures
transferência
for
de Melqui.
Melqui's transfer.
Por enquanto, isso não aconteceu.
Quando eu vi outras situações acontecendo e os relatos sendo os mesmos, eu vi, cara, esse cara é realmente um
So this
doente,
guy is
fez
sick,
com
and he
muitas
did this to
outras,
so many
muitas.
others, so many. Oh God. So just be prepared. That's what we're watching today. It's not the best. I like happy episodes, but we're not getting a happy episode today.
Quero continuar
So
falando.
there's definitely more people out there. More kids. It's sad. I got some people. There's probably some people. Well, you know it's bad when my Brazilian friends ain't defending you no more. But yeah, we'll keep watching. These guys are demonic. Yeah. Hey, some of these people, they'll win at. They try to win at any cost, Sarah. Any cost, they're gonna try to win.
Sobre isso, porque vocês viram, ele é pai do Melqui Galvão, que é muito conhecido, campeão mundial, né? Um atleta extremamente renomado. Não só ele, como a esposa dele, ou seja, a nora, né, desse homem que foi preso, que se chama... Esqueci o nome dele, gente. Bom, enfim, são pessoas muito renomadas no meio. Né? E eu quero trazer agora o pronunciamento do filho do Mika e da esposa dele com relação à prisão do pai. Dionisson Garcia está ao vivo aqui comigo. Dionisson, o que disse Melqui Galvão, que é tão famoso, campeão mundial, e a esposa dele, que também é uma grande atleta do esporte? Conta pra gente, por favor. Boa noite pra você.
Now, listen. Now Amit in the news, because Amit is... You guys might not realize this, but Amit is she's known by the world. She's an Olympic champion. Now, some of you don't understand what that means, but she's an Olympic gold medalist. She is world renowned. Probably more than Mika. So this tarnishes her image in some cases. At least to me, because I mean, not on her part. She is associated. She is related. That's the grandfather of her child.
Natália, muito boa noite para você também, boa noite para quem nos acompanha aqui pelo Amazonas Record. Pois é, Natália, olha só, o multicampeão de jiu-jitsu, Melqui Galvão, de 22 anos de idade, esse jovem se manifestou nas redes sociais após a prisão do pai. Aí o policial civil e também professor de jiu-jitsu, o Melqui Galvão, que foi preso nessa terça-feira após essas denúncias de abusos sexuais contra alunas. Em uma publicação nas redes sociais, Natália, o jovem, ele afirmou que vive um momento difícil e destacou a relação com o pai e defendeu que o caso seja apurado com rigor pelas autoridades. Em um trecho da nota, ele afirma o seguinte, abre aspas, é difícil de encontrar palavras para um momento como esse. Meu pai foi quem me colocou no tatame pela primeira vez, ainda criança. Foi ele quem me ensinou a lutar, a competir, a respeitar o adversário.
I don't think you can come back from this kind of thing. Maybe in Brazil they might get a slap on the wrist. You know. But other places you can't get away with this kind of behavior. Now Grandpa ain't gonna be watching the baby no more. For sure.
Qualquer forma de assédio ou violência contra mulheres e crianças.
Yeah, he ain't watching that baby no more.
Abro exceção.
I don't think the grandpa ever met the baby.
Galvão disse ainda que não tem todas as
respostas
neste momento e que está processando a situação como filho e atleta. Também por meio das redes sociais, a lutadora e campeã olímpica Amit Elor, nora de Melqui Galvão, esposa aí do atleta de jiu-jitsu Melqui Galvão, que vocês acabaram de acompanhar ali, que eu trouxe detalhes a respeito da nota dele, se manifestou também nas redes sociais após
had a nice Jewish guy.
Em uma publicação, a Amit fala o seguinte, Natália, que está com raiva e de coração partido. Ela defendeu ali a responsabilização dos envolvidos e reforçou a importância de proteger atletas, principalmente menores de idade. A atleta também incentivou ali denúncias em casos de violência e destacou a importância do apoio coletivo. Na publicação, a Emmett fez ainda um alerta, né, sobre essa omissão de possíveis abusos e disse o seguinte, abre aspas, se você presenciar qualquer conduta inadequada e optar por permanecer em silêncio,
a lot of people over there remain silent and not report it, you will also be supporting the abusers. Now, who was that aimed at? Who was that aimed at? I wonder. There's some other people that made some posts. I'm gonna have to read their posts too. Who else is doing this kind of research on live stream? I'm not doing research in editing and everything. This is live.
Mandado de prisão temporária que foi expedido pela Justiça de São Paulo e aqui na capital amazonense ele decidiu se entregar. Segue preso.
So he was supposed to get arrested in São Paulo, ran to Manaus, where he's in temporary custody with his homies. He's suspended for 30 days while the investigations are still ongoing. The civil police here in the state of Amazonas has already taken a position on this case and has removed Melqui as an investigator with the Amazonas civil police. How is he still getting paid? How is he getting paid from Manaus? He was, I guess he still had his business in Manaus. I don't understand it.
Atleta nesse momento de investigação. É um caso que está repercutindo muito aqui, não somente no Amazonas, mas no Brasil como todo, após essas denúncias de 3 ex-alunas que foram ali possivelmente abusadas pelo treinador Melqui Galvão. Natália, eu volto com você.
Why did he get on there? There's more.
Importante a gente lembrar que, infelizmente, esse não é um caso isolado. Por várias vezes, aqui no Balanço Geral, eu trouxe casos de professores da mesma modalidade, jiu-jitsu, que abusaram sexualmente dos alunos. E isso, querendo ou não, acende um alerta. Você que é pai, você que é mãe, que tem seu filho que treina, sua filha, fica receoso. Principalmente quando a gente vê esse tipo de caso. A gente está falando de um professor que é conhecido mundialmente. O filho dele foi o primeiro campeão mundial com 17 anos. Então eles têm uma história no esporte, têm uma certa reputação. E aí vem um caso dessa proporção que acaba jogando tudo por água abaixo. Eu vou conversar com o Lucas Conrado, porque eu quero entender o seguinte, você aí de casa com certeza também tem essa curiosidade. Quais são os cuidados que as academias de jiu-jitsu tomam hoje em dia para precaver situação, para proteger as alunas, os alunos, principalmente os menores de idade? Lucas, meu amigo, um caso que está dando o que falar, repercussão no Brasil todo. Já estou com você aqui no telão. Muito bom dia.
I feel like this for IBJF and all these other organizations. It's kind of like, what are you guys doing?
Muito bom dia para você, Alisson. Bom dia para todo mundo que acompanha a gente no Balanço Geral. E como você disse, caso esse que está repercutindo no esporte nacional, até porque a gente está falando do pai de um dos maiores campeões do jiu-jitsu brasileiro da atualidade, Melqui Galvão. E aí a gente tem
they sent a very strong letter in their social media post. That's not all they can do.
Trazer aqui o pronunciamento. E ele falou uma coisa interessante aqui. Ele disse assim: o meu pai, o Melqui Galvão, foi quem me colocou no tatame pela primeira vez, quando eu era criança ainda. Foi ele quem me ensinou a lutar, a competir, a respeitar o adversário, caráter.
Hey, take the team off. I would take the whole team off the tournament. None of you guys can compete. I'm taking everybody out.
Com seriedade.
Even innocent people. I'm taking everybody from the team out of there.
Como pessoa repudiu qualquer forma de assédio ou violência contra mulheres e crianças. Esse é um valor que carrego e que não abre exceção. E é esse posicionamento que ele colocou nas redes sociais, assim como também a Federação Brasileira de Jiu-Jitsu, que deixou bem claro que já afastou o Melqui Galvão de todas as atividades. Assim que tomou conhecimento da denúncia, a CBJJE, que é a Confederação Brasileira de Jiu-Jitsu, assim que tomou conhecimento, disse aqui, ó, que não há espaço para qualquer forma de abuso ou assédio dentro do jiu-jitsu. E como medida imediata,
we got a couple people that can't be on the live stream today.
De todas as atividades vinculadas à confederação. O Melqui Galvão, que também policial civil daqui do estado do Amazonas e que atuava também como instrutor de defesa pessoal dentro da Polícia Civil, ele está preso de forma temporária. A prisão temporária é 30 dias. Lembrando que ainda não saiu uma sentença condenatória transitada em julgado.
I got people messaging me. They can't be on the live stream.
As investigações, como disse a reportagem, estão seguindo.
I hate to say, like, if I had all the power, I'll be all right. You got that DVD? All right, it's gone.
Já estão denunciando esses abusos que aconteciam, segundo essas denúncias, principalmente durante competições, durante viagens e também dentro do tatame. Na hora, Alisson, do
and not just for him,
na hora,
all these other guys.
Tá passando as instruções, as
until further notice, your DVD is on pause.
Justamente da faixa
We're going to donate that money
preta,
to the victims.
E semestre para então utilizar desse artifício e
we're gonna take all your documentary. Oh, you got a documentary? We're taking that down too. We're taking it. You got anything? You posted anything about you? We're scrubbing you off.
Existe a necessidade de ter cuidados, o alerta para os pais. Muitos pais agora de alunos de jiu-jitsu estão nos assistindo e a gente inclusive quer deixar claro logo aqui, o caso com o Melqui Galvão não significa dizer que toda a academia e todo mestre de jiu-jitsu é dessa forma. Pelo contrário, a grande
But don't they always say that? It's getting more to the case where it's not like that. This might be what more jiu-jitsu people are like, more jiu-jitsu coaches are like.
Mundo afora, a gente está falando
somebody
de uma
else in my house getting in trouble.
forte. A escola amazonense de jiu-jitsu, Alisson,
This is
é uma das
also this is not a regular school. This is one of the best schools in the world.
Propriedade é uma das melhores do mundo e a gente tem que deixar claro, casos como esse devem de fato ser repudiados, devem de fato ser colocado à luz para os esclarecimentos e aí deve ser punido aquele que comete qualquer tipo de crime dentro ou fora do tatame, principalmente contra crianças e adolescentes. Mas o alerta fica, aquela dúvida fica, poxa, será que eu devo deixar meu filho ir para a academia? Agora eu devo acompanhar mais de perto. É claro que fica. Qual é o pai que não vai se preocupar? Mas que fique claro aqui, não são todas as academias. E digo mais, a minoria, são casos pontuais que acontecem isso. Agora, ao meu lado está um mestre em jiu-jitsu, mestre Robert, que vai falar aqui pra gente justamente sobre os cuidados que os pais devem ter. Aqui na academia, inclusive, mestre, vocês têm um espaço separado só para as mulheres. Daqui a pouco a gente vai falar sobre isso. Muito bom dia para o senhor. Nós estamos ao vivo no Balanço Geral.
That guy might be in trouble too.
Que cuidados que vocês
têm com os
alunos, com as alunas. Que tipo de conduta vocês adotam para que todo cuidado seja necessário, para que evite qualquer tipo de situação como essa. E o que vocês aqui têm como princípio? O que o jiu-jitsu tem como princípio? Qual as bases, quais os ensinamentos vocês passam aqui para esses alunos que vêm para a academia?
Use when it's the coach doing all this stuff.
Estamos assistindo aí.
The coach out here doing all that stuff.
Estender o meu respeito, o meu
The coach is going to the kid's house. How you gonna stop? How you stopping that?
Que Deus ele possa te conduzir, cara. É um momento difícil. Eu como pai, filho, é um momento difícil que ele está passando. Que Deus possa ser suporte para ele. Que ele tenha aí um jovem, a idade do meu filho, tá? E que a gente torce, tá? A gente aqui não torce pro mal, torce pro bem. O jiu-jitsu é isso, é a arte, a gente fala também que é a arte de fazer amigos. É a arte de ensinar, é a arte de você conduzir pessoas para o bem, né? Então, o que eu quero deixar aqui para os pais, mães, que vão matricular o seu filho em uma academia, que ele veja a rotina do professor, que ele conheça
that they get to know the teacher's conduct,
que ele veja a experiência
that they see the teacher's
tem,
experience. Well, these people are expert manipulators.
Que ele conheça o ambiente que esse professor trabalha.
Most parents just want their kids to be good. They blind all this other stuff.
Se ele forma campeões, quanto tempo ele tem no trabalho, como você mesmo disse, né? O Amazonas é referência e nós não podemos, como professor, deixar isso cair. Isso não vai definir o trabalho que é feito há anos pelo meu professor, pelos professores do meu professor.
The framework that jiu-jitsu needs is
por uma boa
from
conduta,
judo.
né?
We need that judo framework.
Ele é uma arte marcial. Eu aprendi que você tem que ter respeito pelo professor, tem que ter respeito pela sua família, que tem respeito pelo tatame e principalmente pelo amigo. É como dizer uma família. Se um ali se machuca, se um se contunde, se algo
what is IBJJF doing?
What
are they doing?
Ele faz papel. Então o
what is IBJF? What are you guys doing?
Entre uma família que está com problema e a
Besides
academia
taking
e a
all my
sociedade.
registration money.
Hoje você vê que o esporte, não só a luta, ele é uma das maiores ferramentas de inclusão social que existe.
The issue is
então, eu quero
the
deixar
Brazilians
isso, você
and
saber,
Robert Drysdale do everything in their power to discredit Kano.
Se ele é credenciado.
Robert Drysdale said Mitsuyo Maeda wasn't important.
E com certeza, isso aí vai dizer muita coisa.
That's what he said.
Deixa eu lhe perguntar aqui na sua academia, por exemplo, ó.
He said Mitsuyo Maeda wasn't important.
Vocês competem também. Vão para
maybe if they had actually trained with Mitsuyo Maeda, all this stuff would not be happening like this.
E é o cuidado que muitos pais têm. Inclusive, muitos pais nem sequer deixam os alunos viajarem por conta desse meio. Mas vocês têm aqui algumas condutas que quando vão viajar, vocês adotam. Fala pra gente, professor, que condutas são essas e que são condutas que muitas academias também adotam, né?
Isso, eu nunca viajo sozinho. Quando eu vou com uma equipe de alunos, geralmente nós levamos aí 20, 30, já chegamos a levar 35 alunos para um brasileiro,
20, 30, 35
e toda vez que a gente vai, eu tenho a minha esposa que é faixa preta, ela fica responsável pelas mulheres.
Your wife ain't gonna stop you.
O meu contato com mulheres separado, os homens eles ficam em um quarto separado, mulheres ficam em outro quarto, isso é importante, tá?
Women stay in another room, it's important.
É importante também você, quando vai
sometimes the women be helping, they be helping.
Se vai ficar duas mulheres em um quarto, fica uma graduada mulher. Se vai ficar 3, fica mais uma graduada.
Yeah,
e assim com os homens.
At least
a gente escolhe ali,
I bet you Maeda had more principles than the Gracies.
Está com mais experiência e
I'm saying anything would have been better than what the Gracies were doing.
Ficarmos juntos. A gente
as far as I know.
Ficar junto na hora que e toda saída, isso é importante. Toda saída do hotel.
Basically, what Maeda did was what Holmes Gracie did, and Holmes Gracie was seen as a innovator. Maeda was seen as a what's the opposite of innovator?
Chegam também de campeonatos internacionais, quando viajam nos apartamentos, nas casas onde eles ficam enquanto está acontecendo a competição, e casos aconteceram nessas viagens. Por isso a gente pergunta isso. Então, ter essa separação não é segregação, mas é um cuidado. E aqui, por exemplo, na academia, já vou ter uma pergunta para o mestre aqui, mas aqui na academia tem um espaço separado. Inclusive, aqui nesse espaço é onde os homens, eles treinam, né? Fazem as suas técnicas, as aulas.
On the mats
tem outro espaço que a gente vai já mostrar para lá, onde ficam as mulheres, inclusive a sua women like to train with men, que dá aula lá. Alisson tem uma pergunta para o senhor, vou passar para ele agora, antes de a gente ir lá para aquele outro espaço para mostrar.
I don't think you should separate them. I mean, you should have the.
Do que a gente está falando aqui.
If you have the resources, I think you should allow for a women's class, or not allow. You should provide a women's class.
Entender juntos a importância de ter esses cuidados. Volto com você para fazer a pergunta.
Yeah, disruptor. That's a good word.
Lucas, é o seguinte, a gente está abordando toda essa questão
Sarah, calm down, Sarah.
Das academias.
Sarah, calm
down. E a gente sabe também que
Sarah about to take justice into her own hands.
De contato.
Yeah, disruptor.
Mestre, se os faixas pretas são orientados em algum sentido a terem mais cuidado quando estão rolando ali com as mulheres, ensinando as técnicas, que apesar de ser um esporte de contato, a gente está falando de mulheres menores de idade. Então, um toque às vezes pode ser mal interpretado, né? Como é que eles encaram isso?
He's the link to Japan and Brazil, well, at least in jiu-jitsu and judo.
É muito boa pergunta, isso é interessante. Assim, nós temos um espaço feminino onde elas treinam lá. Hoje a gente tem um trabalho com mulheres, nós temos 3 turmas, 6, 7, 8, né? Elas treinam lá, não tem contato, geralmente quem está dando treino é minha esposa, ou então é uma instrutora faixa marrom ou preta, e na hora da parte técnica eu vou lá, eu nunca faço geralmente a posição com a mulher, isso é algo que a gente já trabalha anos com isso, eu e minha esposa, e eu chamo alguém, eu demonstro a técnica, e quando eu demonstro a técnica, elas ficam lá e eu venho para cá. O que ocorre? Quando as mulheres são competidoras, vamos dizer assim, competidoras que já competem, já são campeãs, já tem um contato maior, já querem algo mais forte, treinar com o homem, para fazer um pouco aquela diferença nas competições.
Treinar mais forte, né?
Exatamente, elas são selecionadas. Então, geralmente, novatas, eu não deixo. Geralmente vem as faixas azuis, faixa roxa, e elas são selecionadas. Ambas têm que estar com vestimenta apropriada, isso é importante, né? Hoje aqui a gente não aceita a mulher andar com short curto, que se você é um dia de no-gi ele tem um contato físico maior,
Só para explicar, Alisson, por exemplo, aqui, ó, o mestre está com o kimono.
Isso.
Aqui é o gi, o kimono, tá? Tem toda essa estrutura que é forte de fato, tá? Ou seja, essa estrutura aqui é o ideal para o jiu-jitsu. Só que tem uma outra modalidade,
I like training with the ladies too, because women usually have a different style.
Roupas específicas, mas
they might be
não tem
smaller,
essa
but more
estrutura
flexible.
mais firme aqui.
They might do certain positions that guys can't do. Sometimes
aí
more technical.
E aí,
a lot of times the girls use more technique than some of these meatheads over here.
Toca ainda mais do que com o kimono.
I still believe jiu-jitsu is for everyone. You should be able to train with everyone.
Cropped, curtas. Para o no-gi, aqui não, mestre.
Não, ele tem que estar geralmente com a hash, que é essa blusa é uma blusa de um tecido especial que ela protege arranhão, protege
if you got a predator, the thing is, the gi and the no-gi, that ain't gonna stop a predator.
Ela não tem hash,
your jiu-jitsu coach that's preying on you.
Como é que se fala?
We need some more systemic,
a parte de baixo, que é a leg, eu recomendo que ela use a calça.
Mas we need some better systems in place.
Sempre orienta.
We need safe sport.
Quando é com mulher,
we need a real organization that will
trabalham comigo, que treinam comigo, que são competentes,
can deal with these people a lot better.
Então a gente já tem frisar que eu já
that will actually investigate.
Há 8 anos, né?
How is IBJF ain't investigating nothing?
A única academia do norte.
IBJF, you ain't got no hotline for students to anonymously, contact you guys. IBJF, they be buddies with all these people. They be hanging out with these people, doing documentaries on these people, inviting them to tournaments.
É justamente ter esse
putting them on the social media.
Por isso que a gente veio aqui para mostrar. Vou lá para outro espaço? Vamos lá, mestre.
They did that recently at Pans. Who they had on there?
Esse outro espaço que é das mulheres, tá? E aqui já tá esperando a gente aqui a mestre também, tá? Valesca, professora Valesca. A senhora também é faixa preta já, né?
Of course, he got his wife or whoever over here.
Professora, esse espaço aqui.
She got the glasses on? Why she got the glasses on
O
indoors?
nome da academia é até rosinha aqui, ó.
That's how Sarah be dressing.
Né? A logo é até rosa, é diferente lá dos homens, olha só. Todo esse espaço
Sarah
aqui,
be,
ó.
that looks like something Sarah might be wearing. The glasses indoors.
Reportagens aqui. As meninas ficam nesse espaço. É justamente esse cuidado que vocês
têm. So the girls stay in that space where how they
stay
fit there.
Entendam que o jiu-jitsu é um esporte que é de disciplina, que tem que ter cuidado, que tem que ter o respeito, e é isso que vocês ensinam também aqui, né?
Sim, nós adaptamos esse espaço, por quê? Porque começamos
so now the girls got to train on a smaller mat.
Que queriam parar de treinar
space,
porque eram assediadas por professores em outras academias. E aquelas mulheres chegavam e diziam, professora, eu quero treinar no seu espaço, porque realmente eu tenho um pavor. Vem um gatilho quando vem um homem para passar uma posição, querer rolar. Então, nesse trabalho, com essa busca, nós começamos a adaptar esse treino.
Who's training at your school to make the girls terrified like that?
E saber que não é o primeiro, nem o segundo e nem o último. Ainda tem sim muitos professores que estão fazendo isso e as mulheres não querem denunciar. Aqui nós temos o núcleo do PELSE, que trabalhamos com o curso de defesa pessoal feminina. Nesse curso, vem mulheres que treinam de 6 às 7, de 7 às 8, de 8 às 9. É um núcleo da Secretaria de Desporto e Lazer, junto com o governo, que nós adaptamos aqui para a comunidade e elas se sentem confortáveis.
Gratuito, né?
E detalhe, é totalmente gratuito. Aqui não paga mensalidade. O aulão de defesa pessoal, elas participam de um curso e dão continuidade. Mulheres aqui mudaram sua vida e esse ambiente é para transformar e trazer mais segurança no dia a dia.
Não é para separar, né? O que a gente estava falando aqui. Não é para separar, não é para segregar. É de fato para ter esse cuidado a mais, esse cuidado diferenciado para as mulheres, para as crianças que estão começando, as meninas. Os meninos têm o espaço deles ali com os mais velhos também, lá eles são ensinados, ou seja, é toda academia que precisa disso? Nem toda, né, mestre? Não necessário. O respeito primeiro, tá? O respeito vem primeiro, as orientações dos mestres, que tem muitos, como eu já disse, na cidade de Manaus, que são de fato responsáveis. Tem muitas academias na cidade de Manaus que são referência, que tem a arte do jiu-jitsu como primordial, que é de fato a dedicação, a superação, que por muitas vezes tira pessoas do vício, pessoas de traumas, que tira pessoas de uma vulnerabilidade. O esporte faz isso, o jiu-jitsu não é diferente. Por esse motivo, parabéns pra vocês, tá bom? Pelo trabalho. Olha, eu posso fazer osso também, tá, Alisson? Porque eu comecei a fazer jiu-jitsu. Tu viu aí nas minhas redes sociais, né? Já publiquei, né? Sou faixa branca de jiu-jitsu, né? Tô até pensando aqui, mestre, se a gente não faz um rola aqui, experimental aqui ao vivo no Balanço Geral.
Faixa branca é o mais perigoso.
É o mais perigoso? Porque
And that might be true. Sarah might be the most dangerous on here.
Liberado pra ele acha.
Certo, olha só.
Sarah, are you the most dangerous? She might be the most dangerous.
A gente ressaltar isso. As academias do estado do Amazonas são referências mundiais, como eu já disse, Alisson. O mundo inteiro olha para o Amazonas com um olhar diferente. Daqui sai talentos, daqui sai campeões mundiais, campeões, inclusive, do UFC, que levam a base do jiu-jitsu para dentro do tatame no UFC e fazem história, como a gente já viu por muitas vezes. Então, o jiu-jitsu, ele é de fato um esporte, uma arte que pode mudar vidas. Tem esses pontos que devem ser denunciados, que devem ser expostos, para que se alguém pensar em cometer assédio dentro do tatame, pode ter certeza que vai ser punido. Volto com você, Alisson.
Obrigado, viu, Lucas, pelas informações. Agradeço aí aos mestres por explicarem como é a atuação desses professores dentro das academias aqui de Manaus. Agora, balanceiro, uma coisa é certa. A gente precisa separar muito bem as coisas. Quem foi denunciado, quem está sendo alvo de uma investigação é o Melqui Galvão, não é o Mika. Então, independente do que o Melqui fez, isso não pode respingar num atleta que até então tem uma reputação fenomenal dentro do esporte, nunca passou por nada parecido, muito pelo contrário, viu? Trouxe muito orgulho aqui para o Amazonas e tenho certeza que vai brilhar muito mais.
That if you knew what Melqui was doing, you know, you're not completely innocent. Now I just saw this pop up from 7 days ago.
Veja isso.
I just saw this pop up. Says jiu-jitsu fighter beats wife after getting angry at being woken up. Oh no. Now, you know you can't do that to Sarah. She's gonna have that fire stick glowing.
O lutador de jiu-jitsu espancou a esposa após se irritar ao ser acordado. É isso mesmo, mais uma triste notícia. Um lutador de jiu-jitsu de 38 anos foi preso em Piracicaba, aqui no interior de São Paulo, após agredir a esposa e ferir a própria filha de 6 meses. Segundo as autoridades, o ataque começou após o homem se irritar com o tom da voz da companheira durante uma ligação. A vítima sofreu ferimentos graves, incluindo lesões na cabeça e no rosto. E a criança também foi atendida, né, e foi atingida também depois dessas agressões. O suspeito, que está sendo identificado como René Roque Zago, ainda teria ameaçado jogar a esposa e a filha do segundo andar. Ele fugiu após o crime, mas ele foi localizado e foi preso pela guarda municipal, sendo encaminhado à delegacia da mulher. A vítima relatou que já havia histórico de violência e que agressões eram frequentes, mesmo após uma medida protetiva que ela já tinha. Isso é comum, né, Badara?
Nossa,
a mulher já tem a medida, já foi agredida e continua.
Mais uma vez a gente trazendo mais um fato. Não tem como passar uma semana sem a gente trazer uma violência contra a mulher, sem a gente falar sobre um ato desse tipo, né? Já tinha medida protetiva, ao que tudo indica. É um homem aí que domina as práticas, né, das lutas marciais. Isso influencia realmente também para o crime cometido, porque é uma pessoa que, além de ter um privilégio pessoal ali da mulher estar mais vulnerável, ele domina todas as técnicas, né, de lesão, de como apagar uma pessoa, de como lesionar, de como pegar. A menininha de 6 meses,
que loucura, né?
Própria filha dele, no colo da mãe. Então vocês veem que esse é o potencial máximo da violência doméstica contra a mulher. Quando o homem ele agride aquela criança, seu próprio filho, para de certa forma atingir aquela mulher. Então assim, uma lástima, não tem como não comentar, não tem como vir aqui, não tem como passar o pano. Obviamente, ele vai ser defendido, ele tem direito à defesa, mas é mais um fato triste que a gente tem que trazer aqui para que vocês entendam que não subestimem ninguém, né? Busquem ajuda, sim, porque as violências acontecem e muito.
Ô, Badaró, quando a pessoa é um lutador, isso também não é um adicional ali da pena? Porque ele acaba tendo um poder de agressão.
Jiu-jitsu people be in news. Can we be in the news for something good and positive? Between the stalkers and the creeps and the abusers, can we get something positive? Can somebody over there do something positive? Feed some homeless or something. Can you guys feed the homeless or something? Sarah said she's gonna take out some criminals. Is that positive? That might be Sarah gonna take justice into her own hands. Let me take a little break off of all this stuff. We'll get back over here. There's no shortage of stories. Let me jump over here and see what's going on Instagram real quickly. Can we get something positive over here? CP got his doctorate, so that's good. That's the most positive thing I've seen.
Different man. You're a different boy. And you don't like hearing stuff from other men. Like, that's really one of the biggest issues I see in hip hop and in sports. That you just have a bunch of guys that were raised by their mothers. So they never heard a man's take on what they're doing. So they can't hear it. And then we get upset, Killer. You be like, but he'll listen to his girl. He'll listen to his girl because he was raised listening to a woman. He don't listen to men at all. You'll say you have a problem with authority. No, I have a problem with men. But if a woman tell him something, she can get him to bring his whole check to her, and it's crazy. So for all of you listening,
that's a really good point, man.
Yeah. Is just raised by their mothers. I had a stepfather, you had a grandfather, so you know when a guy say what he said, that's what it is. That's why we carry that. So all they know is tantrums. All they know is attitude and facial expressions. People walk by, you like, why is he making his face like that? Because his mother used to do that. That's how his mother raised him. He's sassy.
Great point.
Not even a huge fan of Cam or Mace and their platform, but I'm a huge fan of this message from Mace, man. It is evident sometimes of those who have never dealt with, especially an adult male, a male who might have corrected or disciplined or just set some boundaries. You can tell the people, male and female, who just don't respond to a male voice. And Tony Evans calls it the lion's roar. And sometimes you don't understand that lion's roar is to protect, correct, discipline, hold accountable, make responsible. But if you've never lived or heard that roar, it'll cause some friction. It'll cause some fear. It'll cause some resistance. So I 100% co-sign this message from Mace, man, and do some self-inventory and see if that's you. And then you can kind of make the correction, or you can kind of deal with things a little bit different. But this is why we say father figures are essential, because all of us need to hear that voice at some point in
Mika's
our life.
baby needs a father figure.
Cool.
When you're raised by your mom, you're a different man. You're a different boy, and you don't like hearing stuff from other men.
So Mika's baby gonna need a daddy. Mush, can you step up? We're gonna need Mush to step up and take care of that baby.
What's up? It's Drewski, your host for the BET Awards 2026. I told BET if I'm hosting, we're gonna do this my way. Rule number 1, Jamie Foxx, take that big ass hat off. Rule number 2, Sexy Red, no leggings, rompers, or bodysuits. We don't need no wrestlers. No wrestlers on the red carpet. Black suit and tie. Rule number 3, YNs, take the ski mask off, man. Stop it. Rule number 4, mega pastors, listen, I know y'all on my back right now. I've been getting the DMs and the threats. Just leave it up to God. Leave it up to God. We're gonna lock them doors and can't nobody get out. Welcome to the 2026 BET Awards. They could be like crazy.
BET Awards 2026, hosted by Drewski, live Sunday, June 28th at 8 on BET.
What's up?
I hope Drewski can do a good job.
Scal here.
Talking about Drewski.
I'm having nothing. I know having nothing, okay?
Remember that girl from
I'm gonna put myself in here.
It Should Be Love? That's LL Snap's sister, cousin. Oh God. Did you see that?
For some reason I lost like 10 pounds since the last time that I weighed myself.
Jesus.
But I'm so tall, guys, that if I don't eat good for a couple of days, I literally lose so much weight. Scal here.
Did you see that?
Okay, I'm having nothing.
That's LL Snap's cousin right there.
Okay, I'm gonna put myself in here. For some reason, I lost like 10 pounds since the last time that I weighed myself. But I'm so tall, guys, that if I don't eat good for a couple of days,
We need Mush to step up, man. He's the only person that can step up and do that.
This training, I'd like to thank my coach, my father, and my other coach, Sensei Chris, for that, because they really pushed me past my limit, and I feel very prepared for this.
How does it feel having your father as a coach? Is it harder or easier?
In the middle, I feel like we do a great job.
So that's Roddy
keeping
Ferguson Jr. So that's what we were talking about yesterday.
Home, and
she
when
named
I'm not
Junior.
at home, it's like all coach. But we do a really great job.
I don't know why they named her Junior, but she's a junior.
You're coming for the medal?
Yes, I am. I'm coming for gold. So I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to trust my preparation and trust my training. The preparation has been very tough.
I can't even find the matches from the cadet Pan Ams. I don't even know. We got a little bit of grippo, so Josiah, stay off the channel, please.
Often you hear that saying, position before submission, but sometimes it's the complete other way around. Sometimes to score that position you're looking for, you need to throw up that submission. You need to take the risk in order to get to where you want. So 1, you use that submission to get to where you want to score your points, or 2, you may get that submission along the way. Often you hear that saying, position.
Let me take that off before Joseph. Get out of here. No. Oh, no. I tried to turn it off before you got it. Get out of here. Get out of here before Sarah get her fire stick on you. Yeah, get out of here. Go away. Get out of here. You need to go away.
Gente, exclusivo, hein? O jornalismo do SBT teve acesso ao depoimento de mais uma vítima do treinador de jiu-jitsu Melqui Galvão, aquele homem que foi preso por estupro de vulneráveis. Está lembrado? Pois bem, essa pessoa contou ao repórter Fábio Diamante que foi abusada sexualmente pela primeira vez aos 12 anos. Reportagem para você.
Eu
A nova vítima do treinador de jiu-jitsu, Melqui Galvão, de 47 anos, foi ouvida em um depoimento virtual por policiais desta Delegacia de Defesa da Mulher, na zona leste de São Paulo. O depoimento aconteceu...
We saw a little bit of that already.
What's this Vegas situation? I got a match on UFC BJJ. And
congratulations.
Thank you. I'm stoked.
So now when people ask you in Ubers, do you do UFC?
Yes, immediately yes.
It's not a lie. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
man. That's
it was yes
before.
It was always yes.
Sure, kid.
I used to be like, people would be like, oh, so like you do the UFC. I used to be like, no, jiu-jitsu different. Now I'm just like,
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that's great. Sure. I actually had that conversation with an Uber driver this morning where he was Hispanic, one of you people.
I'm not Hispanic, but
he's a bit everything.
You look Hispanic.
He's Mexican.
What's this Vegas situation?
I got a match on UFC.
I forget what is Damien? He's something. Let's see. I need my BJJ Korea. Where's the translation at?
Invasão de dispositivo informático, eu não sabia. Disso por quê, doutora?
Ele está sendo investigado também.
We'll watch that when I have the translation.
Ele tentou.
I don't see my translation over here though. We do have Brasileiros going on.
Guys, Kiana Clay here. I am so excited to be fighting my first Brasileiros at black belt. I came here last year as brown belt and I got 3rd place. This is my first year as black belt. I'm so excited. I'm so privileged to be here, traveling, competing. My first black belt major at Pan Am's a couple months ago. I got 3rd place. I lost to Larissa Campos, but I was winning 2-0. So I'm so proud of myself for, fighting the current world champion, doing well, making a mistake, but you can be sure Saturday there will be no mistakes and you will see me at the finals on Sunday. Guys, Kiana Clay here. I am so excited to be fighting my first Brasileiros.
So pretty much, man, I'm gonna tell you, it's an amazing feeling to be here, to be back here again, competing the Brasileiro in my hometown, The last time I competed was on my first year as a brown belt. It's been like 4 years ago, something like that. And then, man, the energy is amazing, I'm already super excited. I can't imagine this Saturday and Sunday to step in the mat,
doctor.
face some top level guys in the
PhD.
in the featherweight division, and let's go, man. Can't wait for it. To be honest with you, I'm always expecting a war, since for the first fight. The featherweight division is always tough, you know what I mean? Everybody prepare really well. It's top high level guys. Yeah, man, I prepare myself to face everyone. So let's go, let's do it. So pretty much the camp for Brasileiro, we just keep the same work with pants. So we start with pants and then just keep working for Brasileiro. And later on, we do have in a few weeks awards. So we just gotta keep working, competing here, going back to US. And keep pushing ourselves to Woods, and let's go.
I believe CP is CP in Brazil. BJ Korea posted this. Let's see. Exclusivity. We have access to alleged messages that are attached to the investigation opened by the civil police of Sao Paulo. Before sending the 16-minute single view audio, and which was recorded, which is already circulating on social networks, there were numerous attempts to talk to the parents of one of the victims via WhatsApp messages. One of the messages before the audio already prepares what's coming. I have a solution for you that will change the lives of your entire family forever. Allegedly trying to shut up and avoid a report. The entire investigation is being conducted by the Sao Paulo Civil Police, and Melqui is temporarily detained for 30 days after surrendering himself to Manaus. In the operation, cell phones, computers, and a weapon were also seized at his residence in Sao Paulo, according to Deputy. The official information is that the investigation began with 3 victims, but as the case went on, more have appeared and all the reports are being investigated. Among the 3 victims already in trial, there is a 17-year-old former student and 2 older people who claim to have been SA'd when they were 12 and 14. The incident with the 17-year-old girl would have been done in February of this year during a trip abroad. So they got some more. Oh, no. They got that, man. And we'll look more at that in a little bit. I thought this was pretty funny.
I met my husband on a dating app, which is so weird because we were both black belts in this like relatively small area, but we met on a dating app. And so like, I think our third or fourth date, we decided to train together for the first time. I had told him, he had asked me like, oh, what's your favorite move? We're training in the gi. I was like, oh, I have a really good clock choke. So we're training. He's of course being super nice, right? I mean, it's kind of a date. And I get my clock choke grips. And you know this, Raph, like it's one of those positions where if you get it, it's really problematic. And I'm sitting there with the grips going, do I finish it? Do I not? Do I finish it? Do I not? And I was like, fuck it. Like, let's see how this goes. So I finished the choke. He flips completely like face up to try to get it. Then he flips back down and then he dabs. No. I was like, oh, I might have just really messed up this date. I don't think I've won again since. I've never subbed him since then. I always remind him of like, I know your weakness. It's clock chokes. If we ever get back there. No, it was a good time. It was a funny date. I met my husband on
CP. I bet you CP got tapped out by Yasmin.
How long's the round? You're 5 minutes. 5 minutes. If you start the first minute by understanding what you're doing, trying to read the fight, and then you use the second minute to start setting up your position to come on top. Third minute to actually take the top position, and then from there on, the fight's all yours. Now you just need to pass. Once you pass, that's pretty much done. Right? Just need, So you pretty much have 1 minute to do each thing. In the fight. So take minute by minute.
So that's Jonatas.
So you don't need to.
Alves. He used to train
Our
AOJ,
problem
but
is
I
to
guess
try to do everything in 1 minute.
out.
I want to get the submission in the first grip.
Yeah.
That's when we rush, and then we break our own expectations, and then the motivation goes down. So make sure you take minute by minute. How long is the round?
So you guys might remember him because he used to train AOJ, but he has his own gym. He ain't got no AOJ pictures no more. He got rid of all his AOJ. The only AOJ picture he got is this one from Worlds. Where is his AOJ? He ain't got nothing from AOJ. He does have his own school, I believe. But yeah, he don't do nothing to AOJ no more. That's the last picture of AOJ. This is the last picture of AOJ. Something happened. I guess they kind of, they didn't really want him there. They got rid of that. They replaced him with Tynan. They got rid of that man. Where was I? Let's see. What was this? It says Six Flags ride stops midair with people in Texas. So shout out to my Texas people. What do we do when we talk about Texas, Sarah? We do this. Sarah knows what that means.
Why is she laughing? Ain't nothing funny. Then my next question is, why is the swing so high? Got me swinging up into the freaking solar system. No, I'd have been, they'd have banned me for life because I'm screaming from the time it stopped to the time it's done. Consequences.
Sarah. Uh-oh. I don't know if we saw this. It says Melqui Galvão's recent arrest rekindled old episodes linked to his name, among them the repercussions of an operation in Presidente Figueiredo, marked by the death of a man inside the house in the presence of his children. Ooh, I don't know if we can play that. The reportage aired by Fantastic at the time was being circulated again and gained strength on the networks. So Melqui's been involved in a lot of stuff.
O que deveria ser uma operação de busca e apreensão terminou com a morte de um homem em casa diante da própria família.
Foi no dia 12 de maio. A operação foi filmada por um funcionário do Ministério Público. O promotor Ronaldo Andrade, que aparece com o papel na mão, vestindo o colete da polícia, acompanhou tudo. Os policiais arrombam a porta da garagem. Depois entram pela sala e param em frente ao quarto.
Não demora. Deixa as coisas criando aí.
O empresário abre a porta e levanta as mãos. Ele tropeça, cai na cama e levanta novamente com as duas mãos na cabeça. Depois é empurrado e cai na cama de novo. Ouve-se o choro dos dois filhos pequenos que fogem para o banheiro do quarto. Em seguida, 5 tiros.
O que deveria ser uma operação de busca...
Viewer discretion advised, please.
Uma policial reclama que as crianças estão no quarto. Há um corte na filmagem. Depois, um revólver calibre 32 aparece na cama. Segundo os policiais, estaria com Fernando, o que é negado pela família.
Eles entraram aqui na minha casa com promotores, com delegados, entendeu? Com polícias especializadas. E por que eles fizeram isso?
O Conselho Superior do Ministério Público do Amazonas considera que houve abuso na ação policial e determinou a instauração de um processo administrativo para apurar a conduta do promotor Ronaldo Andrade. Por telefone, ele disse não saber se houve uma execução ou não, mas disse que a operação fugiu do padrão normal. O senhor acha que houve excesso, então?
Eu acho que houve, nesse caso, um excesso, né?
Os 2 policiais acusados pela autoria dos disparos já estão presos, Natan Alves Andrade e Melqui de Lima Galvão. Outros 2 também foram denunciados, Emetério Pirangi da Silva Júnior e Lucas Mendes Silva. Para o promotor responsável pela denúncia, não há dúvida sobre o que ocorreu.
Você vendo a fita, você chega a essa conclusão de que realmente houve uma execução.
Se foi mesmo uma execução, por que os policiais agiram daquela maneira?
É isso que o Ministério Público irá procurar, irá investigar.
Especializadas. E por que eles fizeram?
So they're saying that was a child abuser. They were, man, they should have just arrested Melqui while he was out there too. He's already been arrested. I'm not sure if he, well, CP does speak Portuguese, so probably he was arrested for this case. He's arrested now. So he was, they were trying to arrest him in Sao Paulo, but he ran to Manaus where, you know, he's a civil police officer, or was a civil police officer. So I guess I don't know if he has been arrested. Oh, they arrested him during that case. So, okay. All right. Well, hey, he has been arrested. Okay. Sarah got the back. Sarah be doing back. What's on my background check, Sarah? She does. You know, she gonna do some background checks. Is my background clean, Sarah? Check it for me. He been arrested in the past as well. Check my background for me, Sarah. Let me know if I'm clean. Sarah she did the background check on, CP, she did a background check on you too. She knows CP's true ethnicity. Let me stop. Lots of women have? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Sarah? I don't got no background. I'm clean. I'm delivered. CP said, oh. CP. CP, I'm sorry, CP. Threw my man under the bus. I'm sorry, CP. I can't stop myself. You guys think I'm acting for the live stream, but I'd be like this in real life. I'd be trying to stop myself. Unsuccessfully. We got Miss Holly Rusing. You might know her as Kendall Rusing's mom. I met her. She used to come visit my school. Not for me, obviously, but you know, they used to train here in Atlanta. Her and her husband. Don't do that to me, CP. CP, we supposed to be homies, CP. Me and CP like this. Don't. You also cited her. Holly's got a dissertation. What's in her dissertation? The Gracie Baja. Is she the one that brought us the Baja bus? Miss Holly, the one that gave us the Baja bus. That's what Sarah be riding on. Sarah be riding on that Baja bus with her Gracie Baja apparel. Jumpsuit, Gracie jumpsuit. She interviewed Jacare too? What? She has an academic report? I didn't know that. She says, with the recent increase in awareness surrounding horrific abuses of power within the jiu-jitsu community, it's no surprise that I, along with many of my peers, have been contacted by both women and men courageously sharing their stories of abuse. Now, I was reading a story about Gracie Baja earlier this year where they were covering up some stuff. Oh, she got a PhD? Oh, I didn't know that. As heartbreaking as this is, I believe we may be on the brink of meaningful change. This is a fight against inconceivable acts existing across all industries in all parts of the world. But here in Jiu-Jitsu, I believe more people are waking up and choosing to stand for what is good, right, and necessary. While I do not know what is to come next within our community, I do want to share one practical resource. Again, Gracie Baja was accused of some same stuff everybody else accused of and kind of pushing it underneath the rug. If you are aware of any incident involving a member of Team Gracie Baja, there was one earlier this year, a formal process for reporting ethics incidents has been developed over many years. Many stories have been addressed, structures have been put into place, and a foundation has been built to contend with the maladaptive behaviors in our industry. Now, this kind of reminds me, most of these teams, they say we're going to take it to our board. We're going to take, you have a claim of abuse, we're going to take it to our board. And the abuser be on the board. Checkmat had that. The abuser in Checkmat was on the board. Well, he was the brother of the CEO. We're going to put him on administrative leave with full pay. These guys, all right, so I'm on vacation and I still get paid? Okay, cool. The ethics and safety reporting line can be accessed here. graciebaja.link/ethics. I'm going to check that out. Can we check that out, Mr. CP? It is my hope that we continue to see stronger systems of accountability across all teams and organizations, and that we fight for justice, integrity, and safety both on and off the mats. The safety of our community and the future of our martial art depends on it. Okay, let me check that link out real quick, see if it's real. graciebaja.link/ethics. Did anybody else see this recently? Look at that. Look at that right there. Let's see if it pops up. Ooh, can I report it? I don't have a case to report. Let me see. Ooh, okay. Okay, I won't do it because I don't want to mess it up. But that's cool. Look at that. Now, how come IBJF don't got this? How come IBJF ain't got none of this? I'm asking you guys out there. I mean, I guess Gracie Baja is IBJF, but not everybody is a part of Gracie Baja. This is kind of sad news. It says Bruce Willis's family prepares for his departure. That's not the good kind of departure, the big departure, and decides to donate his brain to science. I believe he has, I don't know what he has, dementia? Frontotemporal dementia. Okay, that's sad. He did not age well, but I guess, he's going through it. Prayers go out to that man. What is this? Frank Rosenthal, Calistine. We have the English subtitles for Melqui's, the audio that he sent. So I'm gonna just play that. It has the text on there too. So let me know if you guys want me to read it or just leave it like it is.
Eu entendo totalmente compreensível, tá?
What's up, buddy?
Eu só queria deixar claro algumas coisas.
We always got a demon side in over here.
E dizer primeiro que eu tô totalmente arrependido, totalmente angustiado, nem dormi ontem. Por conta do que eu fiz, né? Eu acho que nada justifica, nenhuma coisa pode justificar o meu comportamento. Eu como líder, eu como um cara que já tem uma certa idade, não poderia ter tido esse comportamento com sua filha. Mas eu queria também falar que, de verdade, eu nunca planejei isso. Desde o primeiro dia que vocês entraram aqui, até o último dia que vocês saíram, eu nunca planejei isso, nunca teve nos meus pensamentos, né? Não tenho culpa nenhuma, ela é bem jovem, mas alguns tratamentos que ela teve com relação à minha pessoa são tratamentos diferentes de uma aluna e um professor. Ela me tratava de uma maneira que nenhuma aluna minha me tratava. Isso me levou a crer que existia alguma coisa ali, além de um sentimento de aluno e professor. Então, a culpa não é dela, estou falando de novo, a culpa não é dela. Mesmo que esse sentimento existisse, eu tinha a obrigação de repreender ela, por ser professor, por ser mais velho, por ser um cara casado, eu tinha a obrigação de repreender ela e de corrigir, e não de tentar alimentar. Mas algumas situações acabaram me levando a pensar que existia alguma possibilidade, que existia algum interesse também pela parte dela. Então, de novo, eu não estou colocando culpa nela, não tem culpa de nada, a culpa é minha. Eu tinha a obrigação de ter bloqueado esse tipo de pensamento, eu tinha a obrigação de ter repreendido ela caso esses sentimentos fossem verdadeiros, e não fiz. Então eu falei com ela, falei comigo mesmo, falei com minha esposa, falei com vocês, falei com todo mundo que confia no meu trabalho, que depende de mim hoje para melhorar de vida. Então eu estou realmente extremamente envergonhado e estou disposto a fazer o que vocês quiserem mesmo, para que eu não prejudique mais pessoas ainda, tá? A sugestão que eu tenho, a primeira, é que a gente tenha uma conversa, onde eu possa pedir desculpa de vocês todos pessoalmente.
What Craig been up to?
Saturday, 12 p.m. I'm giving out $20,000 worth of teas out the back of this shitty truck. I'm in charge here at Street XAD, so it's all for free. One catch though, all you got to do is trade in one of those crappy branded teas. There's a lot of them out there that suck, so it shouldn't be hard. Your crap tea for my good tea. I'm going to post the location on my story, but look where I'm parked now, 12 p.m. before the fights. Saturday, 12 p.m. I'm giving out $20,000 worth of tea.
Got two gold medalists right there, Mr. Boom Monday, Mr. Kennedy Monday, and Gable Stevenson. All right. Lovato says, crazy story about my Oklahoma Bellator veteran final last week. This is Jared Hess. He was an Oklahoma State high school wrestling champion, a D2 All-American, placing third and helping the University of Central Oklahoma win a national title in 2007. Why his beard so dark? Oh, I guess he was in college. He probably in his 40s too. He then went on to become a successful MMA fighter, competing for Bellator and reaching the middleweight tournament finals in 2009 before a really bad cut forced a doc stoppage. I guess, brow cut or something. Forced a stoppage against Hector Lombard. Did they have a match? Okay, I guess they had a match. Why all these old guys out here wrestling?
Behind the scenes action here. Oh, okay, yeah.
How you doing? Joey. Hey, nice to meet you. How are you? Good, good. Hey, we're in the same division. I know. They wouldn't let me go down
Yeah,
the
he's
beach.
influencer.
Oh, really? Yeah. Wow. For Masters, you have to do the year you were born. See, that's what I thought. Like, and see, Blake was telling me that you could rest there. You could go to you could do the U.S. Open, but if you sign up for Masters, they put you in your birth year. So yeah, we're in the same division. Yeah, shit. Hopefully we'll be on opposite ends.
Oh, is that the U.S. Open?
Finals. How's the weight? Good. I'm like 215. Oh, yeah. You know what the scale is? It was over there, but the line was behind the scenes action.
I wouldn't mind doing the U.S. Open. Bad news, actor Vin Rhames, I never say his name right. You know, he was in Baby Boy. Has collapsed inside of a restaurant and was rushed to a hospital. So he is a little bit older, but that is pretty sad. I liked him when he choked up Tyrese. Let's see what Craig is up to real quickly. Let's see. You know, I pissed some people off yesterday when I posted about my video. Sarah be the only person liking the video. Everybody else be cursing at me. I don't see any. I don't know what Craig been up to. Who is this?
Boa tarde, boa noite, não sei onde você tá. Isso aqui não é café com o pai, café com a mãe, café com Deus. Isso aqui é café com a realidade.
I don't know. I need a translation for that one. I don't got translation. I need CP to translate it for me. Is there anything I really cared about? Mikey, you know, CP love Mikey.
So my seminar May 9th in New Jersey, I plan to teach passing. I think that I'm way more technical at passing than guard, so I really want to show you guys all my concepts and cool things I work from there.
Is anybody going to be there? Why would you go to a Mikey seminar for guard passing? I'm not saying he's not great, but listen, if I have Mikey there, Mikey, show me, you know, some leg stuff, some guard work. I don't want to see passing. Murasaki got his AOJ apparel. He got everything prepared. He got the Hue bar. He got his AOJ everything. Got his Brazilian passport. He got this. Stillness is the Key. Is that a good book, CP? An Ancient Strategy for Modern Life by Ryan Holiday. Is that a good book? The best-selling author of the book, The Obstacle is the Way and Ego is the Enemy. Is that they be brainwashing them kids over there? You wish them the best? Oh, see, CP got a vendetta. He got AOJ everything. God dang. You know they don't test over there at Brasileiros. I think we already read this. We read that earlier, yeah. We'll watch that. I think we watched some of that earlier too. We got an OnlyFans girl. She retires at the age of 28 after earning $67 million. Shout out to that lady. Now, she might have had to sell her soul, though. A non-academic self-help book. That's what you know they love that stuff over there. The AOJ underwear. It's black, too. Ben Kuzel. I don't think Sarah met this guy. We talked about him a little bit. This is the guy that got paralyzed over at Fight Sports. But I guess he's working on some deals now. Now, he never sued Fight Sports, but I believe they gave him some money under the table, though. The one guy that sued Sinistro in California, he got $48 million. I'm not sure how much of that he got. He got a couple million for sure. But Ben Kuzel never sued. He could have got $100 million maybe out of Cyborg. What do I care?
I thought you was
Look at Epstein over there hanging out with about to say Cyborg with Rampage. So somebody waiting for a response. Train Angry says we're waiting for a response from BJJ Fanatics Brazil. Huge honor. Leave Bernardo alone. I like Bernardo. It says you have made income off of this individual for years and you have put him in contact with potential victims. I'll be waiting. Train Angry says update. The DVD has been removed from BJJ Fanatics. He still has a profile up. I'd like to know how much money they've made off that DVD. I'm not sure how much they made off of that. Maybe a lot. Seminars. Who had a seminar? Yeah. Listen, everybody done made money off CP. You know, CP when you traveling, CP. BJ Fanatics done made money. IBJF done made money. Is that Gracie Baja? Gracie Baja done made money. All right, brother, be safe. CP, don't go to no beaches you're not supposed to go to, man. God dang. My man CP be trying to get me out in Brazil, but CP, look at CP. All right, CP. Was that a kids camp? Oh, it was a kids camp. Oh no. Before you go, CP, look at that. That says kids camp. Oh no. Gracie Baja, and they didn't have that they didn't have that system. They didn't have this system right here. Gracie Baja, and they put all the kids on that Baja van too, didn't they? I know they did. And they delivered them to Melqui. Imagine you paid $350 to put your kid around Melqui Galvão. God dang. Gracie Baja, you should be ashamed of yourselves. All right. That was bad right there. You can't make that up. You can't make that stuff up. God dang. I might have to put this on social media. You can't make that up right there. That's for real. Somebody said IBJF only focused on money, willing to do whatever it takes to keep the sport alive, except for keeping the victims alive. Hey, can you guys protect people? Everyone but the victims. Retaliation at its finest. Dang. Let me see. What was that last pick? Let me see. I done lost the pick. Oh, right here. Let me see that last pick. Oh yeah. Hey. We're gonna see what Amit's up to. Amit workout. When she's stressed out, she be working out and eating. When Amit's stressed out, cause they put her name in the news, cause that's her father-in-law. That's not her husband. When is Mika going back to America? Is he allowed to go back to America? Or is he going to be busy in Brazil? And that baby's still waiting for his daddy to come back. Oh no. Where's your daddy at? Your daddy, I don't know if your daddy going to be around anytime soon. And that baby, now the baby can't even really be around the grandparents no more. Definitely not grandpa. Dang. See, Sarah say I'm too hard, but listen, I'm trying to look out for that baby. Emotionally. We need much to step. Dang, she ain't She only had one post about what was going on. I don't know. I feel for her, man. I'm sorry for her, man. This the baby granddaddy. That's the baby granddaddy right there. God, oh. See, Sarah, I was trying to look out for them. Sarah said I was making fun of them. I was trying to look out for them. Let me look at this real fast. Wait a second. Erica Kurt didn't like that Drewski skit.
In this culture we're living in, absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal. It turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've realized through all of this, truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion
They said she
that
dressed
they
like the
don't
Equalizer.
deserve to exist at all.
She do look like a Equalizer.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on
She
and
like
on.
she just came back
and
from
on.
Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation video.
There is a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country. The most unthinkable tragedies have now become commonplace in our daily headlines, and yet the media finds a way to conveniently explain away violence. This is what we're up against. This is what we're up against. What is happening right now is something none of us can afford to ignore. The evil forces working to divide us, to distract us, and to pull us apart has never been stronger.
Isn't that her? Isn't that what she worked for? Isn't that who? You guys know Roosevelt. You know, he failed the test for whatever drug it was, something performance enhancing. Who knows? She making well. She got to make it about herself, so it's fine. Drewski never said it was a skit about her. Drewski never said anything. We got IBTF did something good today. They said, "Dear Elder Cruz, we would like to inform you that you are now officially recognized as the World IBJJF No-Gi Champion, first place of the adult male black belt open class category." So he lost to Roosevelt in the finals. Please send the second place medal to the IBJJF at the address. They got to send, why? He can't keep both medals? Technically, he got first and second. Let him have both medals. Please send that medal back because we need it. International Convention, International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, blah, 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 Irvine, California. We will be sending your new first place medal shortly to the address listed in your profile. Please verify it is up to date and let us know. We appreciate your efforts on the mats and look forward to seeing you compete again. Now, we're sorry for letting that guy beat you while on performance enhancers. Now, they didn't test Elder Cruz. They ain't test Elder Cruz either. All right, here's what they should do. Okay, send in the medal and send in your sample. Send in a sample. We're gonna make sure we're gonna verify that you are indeed the first place medalist. They really do need to test everybody. If they test everybody, I could win. Take out Tynan, take out all AOJ, all Checkmat, all them guys gone. We just waltz on into the finals. That's what I'm hoping for. Take all these guys out of here. Third place getting the silver medal. And what if you got fourth place? Do I get a medal? No, I don't get no medal. Oh, thanks. What kind of kangaroo sport are we doing? Let's see.
You're winning the off. Just leave. Maybe the guy who looks fairly ambivalent as his son is pleading for his affection after winning the biggest title in jiu-jitsu isn't a great dude. And maybe the overly religious gym owner who gets caught doing bad things apologizes by going on social media and saying God is just testing him isn't a great dude. If your coach screams at members or sleeps with students, they're not a good person. Use your better judgment and trust your instinct. When things feel off, just leave. Maybe the guy who looks fairly ambivalent as his son is pleading for his affection after winning the biggest title in jiu-jitsu isn't a great dude. And maybe the overly religious gym owner who gets caught doing bad things apologizes by going on social media and saying God is just testing him isn't a great dude. If your coach screams at members or sleeps with students, they're not a good person. Use your better judgment and trust your instinct. When things feel off, just leave. Maybe.
I think we got some more videos too. We got a little bit of time left. Again, this is mostly a Melqui Galvão episode. I'm sorry if you wanted to see
entrevista que eu vou fazer agora com a doutora que investiga, né, esse caso. Mariene conversando conosco agora. Doutora Mariene Andrade, muito obrigado. A gente sabe que a senhora tem muito trabalho diante dessa situação, né, dessas denúncias, e a senhora reservou esse tempo para conseguir conversar com a gente. Primeiro, parabéns pela investigação, o trabalho da senhora e de toda a equipe. E, doutora, eu estava acompanhando o que a senhora disse, a entrevista para a nossa equipe também. Depois que aconteceu essa denúncia dessa menor, dessa adolescente de 17 anos, essa competição na Itália, a senhora também ouviu outras 2 vítimas. E, doutora, com um pouquinho de experiência que a gente tem, eu estou até colocando aqui a foto desse professor de jiu-jitsu, o Melqui Galvão. Quando a gente mostra a foto assim, outras vítimas acabam procurando a polícia. A gente está falando até agora, doutora, de 3 vítimas, ou esse número pode ser ainda maior? A senhora pode antecipar alguma coisa em relação a isso, sem atrapalhar, obviamente, o trabalho de investigação?
Bom dia. A investigação que corre perante a 8ª Delegacia de Defesa da Mulher diz respeito a uma vítima de 17 anos que teria sido vítima na Itália. No decorrer dessas investigações, nós ouvimos mais 2 vítimas que relataram um certo padrão de conduta no mesmo sentido dele, com condutas semelhantes, além de outras 2 testemunhas que fizeram menção a outras vítimas. Mas aqui, em São Paulo, concentra-se a investigação a respeito dessa primeira vítima que fez essa denúncia, uma vez que as demais que foram citadas teriam sido vítimas em Manaus ou em outras cidades.
Doutora, eu tenho certeza que a senhora, aliás, foi baseado nisso, que a senhora pediu a prisão do Melqui Galvão. Eu também tive acesso e ouvi, né, esse áudio que é repugnante. Né, com toda a experiência da senhora, de polícia que a senhora tem, o que causou quando você ouve um áudio dele dizendo, olha, eu preciso ser punido, eu sei o que eu fiz foi errado. Ele cita também, né, doutora, ele fala assim, eu achei que tinha um sentimento além do professor, né, e da aluna. Ele afirma isso, né? E ele chega a afirmar também, né, doutora, que precisa e que merece ser punido. Foi baseado nesse áudio que a senhora pediu a prisão?
Sim. O áudio, ele traz elementos não só da autoria dos crimes, né? Como também da necessidade da prisão temporária dele, uma vez que demonstra que ele vinha interferindo, né, na livre manifestação aí. Então a gente achou por bem pedir a prisão temporária para que a investigação pudesse correr da forma mais isenta e sem interferências possíveis, uma vez que, né, há indícios dele estar tentando ocultar provas e silenciar as pessoas envolvidas.
Doutora, ele foi indiciado pelo quê? Por favor, qual o crime? Estupro de vulnerável, assédio, importunação sexual. Eu queria que a senhora falasse um pouquinho sobre isso também. E a investigação corre aqui porque a vítima é daqui de São Paulo, não é isso? Porque ele tem academia em Manaus, ele tem a academia no interior de São Paulo, em Jundiaí, tem a academia nos Estados Unidos. Aliás, ele oferece uma academia, uma sociedade para os pais da vítima nos Estados Unidos para que não denunciasse.
A investigação corre em São Paulo, uma vez que os crimes que foram denunciados ocorreram no exterior. E nós conseguimos demonstrar que, apesar do domicílio funcional dele, né, ele sendo policial civil, ser em Manaus, no Amazonas, nós conseguimos demonstrar que a residência de fato dele é em Jundiaí. E nesse caso, né, de crimes cometidos no exterior, quando o agente ingressa no território nacional, a competência é da capital do estado onde ele por último residiu. Por isso que essa investigação ela corre então em São Paulo, capital. E ele ainda ostenta a condição de investigado. Ele ainda não foi indiciado por esses crimes, né? A gente ainda está em fase de investigação. Ele está sendo investigado pela prática de importunação sexual, estupro de vulnerável, invasão de dispositivo informático e ameaça.
It's going to be more favorable for him in Manaus than in
Eu
São
não
Paulo.
sabia disso. Por quê, doutora? E já emendando uma outra pergunta e agradecendo mais uma vez a disponibilidade da doutora Mariene Andrade de conversar com o Bora Brasil. Você que está chegando agora, ela está conversando com exclusividade aqui sobre o caso do professor de jiu-jitsu que está sendo investigado por assediar uma aluna de 17 anos durante uma competição na Itália. Dispositivo eletrônico, por favor, doutora, e ele, diante da prisão temporária, ele fica lá em Manaus ou ele vem para São Paulo?
Asking where he's gonna go.
Ele está sendo investigado também pela invasão de dispositivo informático, uma vez que a vítima relatou que no voo de volta para o Brasil, ele pegou o celular dela, acessou sem autorização na tentativa de ocultar eventuais provas que ali existiam. E ele foi preso em Manaus, né, após desencadearmos aqui uma operação para cumprimento de mandados de busca e apreensão, além da prisão temporária. No entanto, no dia anterior, ele havia se deslocado para o Amazonas. Então, ele se apresentou lá na Polícia Civil do Amazonas. Ele segue lá, já passou por audiência de custódia. E agora a gente está na fase de articulação para providenciar o recambiamento dele para São Paulo, que é onde corre a investigação que justificou essa prisão temporária.
Doutor, isso é novo, pelo menos para mim eu não sabia. Ele tentou apagar a prova, seria uma conversa, o que ele teria tentado apagar no celular da vítima? E a polícia consegue recuperar com aquele software essas mensagens que ele tentou apagar? Como é que funciona essa parte da investigação, doutora?
Segundo o relato da vítima, corroborado por alguns elementos de provas testemunhais, ele teria, durante o voo e também enquanto ela estava dormindo, ele teria acessado o aparelho celular dela sem autorização para ocultar conversas, teria acessado também a galeria de fotos dela.
Olha.
E a partir de agora, né, a gente segue nas diligências, entre elas a perícia sobre os aparelhos que foram apreendidos, justamente para a tentativa de recuperar, né, aquilo que foi apagado.
I think we got Kira Gracie on somewhere. Where's Kira Gracie at?
Eu tenho informação chegando agora da prisão.
God, how many videos I got? Where's Kira Gracie at? Okay, let's listen to Kira Gracie.
Um professor de jiu-jitsu famoso foi preso. E as acusações
We don't know Kira Gracie. She used to be Mackenzie Dern before Mackenzie Dern.
E não faz nem 2 meses que nós tivemos um caso de um outro professor muito famoso acusado de assédio por uma aluna dos Estados Unidos, caso que tomou uma repercussão internacional. E uma parte da comunidade continua em silêncio. A primeira reação de muitas pessoas é: mas isso não é o jiu-jitsu, dá pra generalizar. Eu concordo. Mas a gente tem que refletir, se isso não é o jiu-jitsu, por que muita gente continua passando pano para quem destrói o nosso esporte por dentro? Por que as federações internacionais, elas protegem os agressores
Why do international federations protect the aggressors instead of the victims? I don't know any international federations. Who got an international federation that she might be referring to?
Porque ao longo dos anos, tantos casos foram silenciados. Se você é professor praticante, ou se você é pai e mãe, confia o seu filho ou sua filha no tatame, você precisa assistir esse vídeo até o final. Porque eu vou mostrar uma solução real que depende de cada um de nós. Hoje eu venho aqui falar como professora, como mulher e como líder da Gracie Corp. O que está acontecendo não pode de forma alguma ser ignorado. Um professor é alguém que deveria ensinar, proteger, orientar. E quando essa figura de autoridade é acusada de crimes contra seus próprios alunos, inclusive os menores de idade, o impacto ele realmente é devastador. E é mais difícil de ouvir, além do crime em si, é perceber que a atitude do agressor é colocar a culpa na vítima, é silenciar, é justificar. Eu, por exemplo, sou totalmente contra o professor ter carta branca para sair com a aluna. De forma nenhuma. Final, a gente normaliza esse tipo de comportamento. Ou pior, quando a gente finge que não viu aquele comentário de um professor no tatame em relação a uma aluna que chegou, uma aluna que está ali, nós de fato estamos abrindo precedentes para que esses problemas continuem acontecendo. E aqui vem a parte que dói. Há décadas eu busco mais direitos para as mulheres dentro do jiu-jitsu. Já fiz denúncias nas federações, já mandei casos reais de pessoas que foram presas. E aí, nada aconteceu. Absolutamente nada. Eles falam que o problema não é deles. E a verdade é que eles não querem criar esse ambiente seguro para as mulheres. Eles toleram as mulheres, mas nunca deram valor real para elas, para nós. Eles olham como se fosse café com leite. Porque eles sabem que se eles começarem a punir, vão ter que afastar nomes grandes, equipes grandes, que levam muito dinheiro para eles. E esse é o objetivo principal da federação. Eles não estão nem aí para as vítimas, que é triste, mas a realidade é que nós, mulheres, já enfrentamos isso há décadas. Eu mesma já fui assediada há anos atrás, testemunhei casos, mas na época você não tinha uma forma de falar sobre isso, era normalizado. Você não tinha como levantar essa bandeira. E a gente precisa mudar isso no cenário da competição. Um fato é que hoje, esse mesmo professor que eu falei que há 2 meses, ele foi acusado por uma aluna menor de idade. O caso teve repercussão internacional. Continua frequentando os eventos, ganhando notoriedade. E
she said, another person, we're not going to name his name, he continues to attend events and gain notoriety. Nothing happened to him.
Federação Internacional
and the International Federation prominently posts his photo on social media.
Como assim? Como assim proteger uma pessoa que está sendo acusada e a vítima? Enquanto a pessoa está sendo investigada, ela deve ser afastada até que tenha a conclusão da justiça. Quando você olha uma pessoa que teve esse caso exposto, uma repercussão internacional, o caso está na polícia e parece que nada aconteceu. Ninguém mais fala sobre o assunto, tá tudo bem. Vamos lá, vamos postar nas redes sociais. A mensagem que a federação manda para nós mulheres quando elas se calam. Infelizmente, há uma cultura enraizada que apoia e protege o agressor dentro do jiu-jitsu de competição. Eu coloquei já um vídeo no meu canal sobre isso. É uma cultura que diz que se o cara for campeão, ele traz medalhas, é conhecido internacionalmente. Esses deslizes devem ser perdoados. E o exemplo vem de cima para baixo e vai se perpetuando. Eu já falei sobre isso em alguns outros vídeos aqui nesse canal. Eu falo sobre isso há muitos e muitos anos. Para mim, nenhuma habilidade técnica vale mais do que caráter. Nenhum resultado de campeonato vale mais do que a segurança de um aluno ou de uma aluna. Então você pode estar pensando, tá bom, Kira, mas se eu não posso cobrar a federação, o que eu faço? Vou ser bem honesta com você. Não adianta cobrar quem não quer ouvir. Não adianta enviar denúncia para quem não quer responder. Denuncie na polícia, pega o advogado, escolha bem o espaço que você vai aprender jiu-jitsu. E você que é professor, tenha regras para prevenir essas situações. A federação ela tem décadas de oportunidades para criar protocolos de segurança, para criar um canal de denúncias, para afastar agressores, para proteger mulheres. Nunca fizeram nada. Porque o modelo de negócios deles depende de manter tudo como está. Depende de manter os astros do esporte, independente do caráter e das suas atitudes. Então o que eu posso te dizer? E isso é fundamental. A federação, ela não é o jiu-jitsu. O jiu-jitsu é muito O jiu-jitsu somos nós todos. E quando ele é ensinado por líderes sérios, é uma ferramenta maravilhosa que transforma os líderes. Constrói disciplina, autoconfiança, respeito. O problema são as pessoas que não têm caráter para honrar a faixa preta. E esses casos, infelizmente, eles se repetem há décadas. Eu vivi nesse meio da competição boa parte da minha vida. E eu me afastei por conta dessas situações. Por não ter voz, por não olharem para as mulheres, pra gente sempre ter que ficar mendigando direito e atenção. E foi exatamente por ter visto muita coisa errada nesse meio que eu decidi criar a Gracie Corp, que é o meu espaço de jiu-jitsu. E de uma forma completamente diferente do que era normalizado dentro de muitos espaços. Na minha academia, eu crio as minhas regras e fiz a minha parte. Ninguém com conduta reprovável moralmente permanece comigo, de jeito nenhum. E eu consegui enraizar isso na minha equipe. Tenho 28 professores, sendo que 13 são professores, com muito orgulho. No meu espaço tem uma cultura de respeito, acolhimento à mulher. Isso para mim é uma vitória muito grande, eu me orgulho demais. Principalmente porque, antes de eu abrir a minha academia, todos diziam que não daria certo, que seria impossível implementar essas regras de conduta. E que essas regras eram absurdas. Como assim, professor não pode sair com a aluna? E eu digo que é possível sim. E afirmo mais ainda que deve ser responsabilidade de cada dono de academia exigir o respeito às mulheres, valorizá-las e repudiar qualquer tipo de situação como essa. Então esse foi o meu pensamento ao criar a Gracie Corp, porque eu percebi que faltava de fato um olhar para a mulher, segurança real para as crianças. E eu queria construir um lugar verdadeiramente seguro. Desde o primeiro dia, uma coisa ficou muito clara para nós. Respeito não é regra. É fundamento. E não existe tolerância para nenhum tipo de assédio. E eu não tô falando isso da boca para fora, porque agora tem esses casos aí que viralizaram, não. Nós já afastamos professores imediatamente. Percebi um negócio estranho, sai. Não quero você aqui, não importa. Pode ter um monte de aulas, pode ser carismático. Segurança é inegociável para mim. E ao longo dos anos, nós construímos de fato um ambiente familiar, respeitoso, que eu tenho muito orgulho. E eu sei que existem outras academias sérias por aí de jiu-jitsu. E aí, como que você, mãe, pai, mulher que quer começar a treinar, pode encontrar um espaço assim? Primeiro, procure saber quem são os professores, qual é a referência desse professor na cidade. Espaços com lideranças femininas é muito importante. Regras claras de conduta. E para professores que têm seus espaços, organize as regras, seja duro na aplicação delas. Você é o professor ou dono da academia, estabeleça protocolos de segurança. Verifique antecedentes criminais e não faça exceção para ninguém. Nenhuma habilidade técnica justifica comportamento inadequado. Não tenha medo de eliminar uma laranja podre, tá? Lembre-se, você é o exemplo. O líder é o exemplo. É quem guia todo. Então cria uma cultura onde o aluno, ele vai chegar ali, ele já vai saber, desde o primeiro dia, esse é um espaço seguro. E seja muito duro com quem não cumpre as regras. Afaste, expulse. Não deixe que a reputação de um agressor prospere dentro do seu tatame. E continue fazendo um trabalho bem feito. Tem muitas pessoas fazendo um trabalho bem feito. Vamos divulgar os benefícios reais do jiu-jitsu, mostrar as transformações, porque a gente quer é disciplina, é autoconfiança para os nossos alunos. O jiu-jitsu ele é realmente muito incrível quando está nas mãos certas. Esses casos, quando saem na mídia, muitas famílias ficam com o pé atrás. Caramba, será que eu devo colocar meu filho, minha filha? E isso é muito ruim. Então, a verdade, né, é que, a federação vai continuar passando pano para os agressores e vai continuar deixando as mulheres em segundo plano. Para eles é mais lucrativo manter tudo como está. E então, onde está a mudança? Como que a gente pode mudar? Cada um de nós. Nós precisamos construir espaços seguros dentro dos nossos ambientes. Nós precisamos, de fato, valorizar professores sérios e ter mais mulheres dando aula. Nós precisamos criar e cumprir as regras, rechaçar e expulsar essas pessoas da nossa comunidade. Não deixe que o medo te afaste do jiu-jitsu, mas também não ignore os sinais. O lugar onde você escolhe treinar faz toda a diferença na sua vida e na vida dos seus filhos. Escolha com muita sabedoria. Nós precisamos fazer barulho para que o silêncio não proteja, mas não. E se você passou por situações que já presenciou alguém no tatame, denuncie. A mudança ela começa aqui, ela começa comigo, com você, com a sua academia, com as pessoas ao seu redor. E começa também com a decisão de não tolerar mais abusos, agressões, assédios dentro ou fora do tatame. Não siga pessoas que não se posicionam, que têm comportamentos inadequados e que colocam conteúdos que são prejudiciais às mulheres, conotações sexuais com as mulheres, usando o jiu-jitsu para humilhar, para agredir as pessoas. Rechace isso.
The penthouse. That's that. I don't even know what that's like, Sarah. How would I know what that's like?
Até a próxima. E continuamos nessa luta.
One day you're gonna be watching the live stream. You're gonna hear that same wind howling, and then you guys will know. So she said a lot more than most of these people say. She said a lot more than most people. What's up? You know, Spirit of Justice love his Brazilians. She said a lot more. Now, I feel like we got to put more pressure on IBJJF. I would say ADCC, but I mean, you don't even know who runs ADCC, really. But I think more pressure needs to be put on IBJF because they be buddy-buddy with all these people. They be buddy-buddy with all these people. All the people in trouble, IBJF buddy-buddy with. They call you. That's pretty funny. IBJF buddy, all these people, man. They friends. They be doing the documentary on you. They ain't catch none of that stuff in the documentary, though. How many videos I got over here? God, dog.
Do Melqui Galvão. Melqui Galvão é um professor famoso de jiu-jitsu. Ele é dono de várias academias aqui em São Paulo. Está abrindo a academia também, ou estava abrindo pelo menos lá nos Estados Unidos. Policial civil, inclusive, que é suspeito de abusar de alunas da academia. Eu vou mostrar para você nessa reportagem todos os detalhes que levaram o professor Galvão para a cadeia. Eu tenho um áudio, inclusive, que foi muito importante, que determinou a prisão dele. A Justiça, quando recebeu todas as denúncias dessa investigação que foi feita pela Polícia Civil, se baseou neste áudio para autorizar a prisão desse homem. Como eu falei, de repente você não conhece porque você não faz jiu-jitsu, mas todo lutador de jiu-jitsu conhece, todo aluno, todos aqueles que fazem academia e têm aula de jiu-jitsu conhecem esse cara. Ele é famosíssimo, campeão, enfim, já deu várias palestras, cobra uma fortuna por cada palestra que ele faz. Policial civil que está na ativa, mas que sempre conseguiu uma folga aqui, outra colar, para ir lutar, para promover o trabalho dele. Aí o que rolou nesse áudio é como se ele estivesse confessando. Como não? Ele confessa nesse áudio que ele cometeu o crime. Ele realmente abusou de uma das alunas. Não tem apenas uma, não. São 3 alunas. Mas ele manda um áudio para os pais de uma delas. E ele começa a fazer algumas propostas. Vem cá, não me denuncia, realmente eu entendo que eu errei. E você vai ver o áudio. Esse áudio foi absoluto para a Justiça determinar que ele fique preso. Põe no ar.
Aparecendo, eu toquei na barriga dela. Eu toquei rapidamente, eu achei que ela estivesse dormindo uns 3 segundos, talvez no máximo. Me arrependo profundamente disso. Me arrependo profundamente de ter feito isso. Totalmente angustiado, nem dormi ontem por conta do que eu fiz, né? Eu acho que nada justifica, nenhuma coisa pode justificar o meu comportamento. Eu, como líder, eu, como um cara que já tem uma certa idade, não poderia ter tido esse comportamento com a sua filha. Alguns tratamentos que ela teve com relação à minha pessoa são tratamentos diferentes de uma aluna e um professor. Ela me tratava de uma maneira que nenhuma aluna minha me tratava. Isso me levou a que existia alguma coisa ali, além do sentimento
rough time.
Mesmo que esse
Actually, I do have a video about
eu tinha a obrigação de repreender ela. Eu prometo que se ela ficar aqui pelo menos até o Mundial, onde ela vai receber a faixa preta dela, eu não vou sequer, eu não toco nela, eu não falo com ela se ela não falar comigo. Eu não vou destratar ela, mas também...
Pode vir para cá, pausa aqui para mim um pouquinho, porque eu vou colocar a reportagem no ar e é nesse ponto em diante que a coisa começa a ficar pior. Primeiro ele fala o seguinte, olha, é que ela me tratou como nenhuma outra aluna me tratou e por isso eu de repente entendi errado as coisas. Tá colocando a culpa na mulher. Indiretamente, inconscientemente ou conscientemente. Ele tá tentando convencer os pais, olha, é que a tua filha se comportou de um jeito comigo que eu pensei que ela estava me dando moral. Com outras palavras é isso que ele fala, mas a culpa não é da menina. E outra coisa, esse negócio de que ela se insinuava, isso é mentira. Tanto que nós temos outras acusações de outras alunas falando com o Melqui Galvão, sobre o Melqui Galvão. Você vai entender essa reportagem, como que o comportamento de um homem pode destruir uma carreira de muito sucesso até aqui. É impressionante.
Um dos maiores treinadores de jiu-jitsu da atualidade. Professor de Diogo Reis,
Teacher of
conhecido
Diogo
como
Reis.
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark, yeah. You guys never seen
E
that.
pai de Mica Galvão, multicampeão
Mika.
na arte marcial. Jundiaí, interior de São Paulo. Numa operação
The interior
cercada
São
de
Paulo,
expectativa,
Jundiaí.
equipes da Polícia Civil estiveram em imóveis ligados ao treinador Melqui
They were
Galvão.
searching for him in São Paulo,
Nos
but he
endereços,
ran
os agentes
he ran them in the
encontraram
house.
celulares, computadores e até uma arma de fogo foi
They
apreendida.
found cell phones, computers,
Suspeito
and
de
firearm.
cometer abuso
that was
sexual
seized.
com pelo menos 3 alunas. Melqui foi preso temporariamente no estado do Amazonas, onde
arrested
também
in the state of
atuava como
Amazonas.
policial civil e havia
Where he worked as a
viajado
civil police
um dia
officer.
antes. As
traveled
investigações
to the day
ganharam
before.
força depois que uma adolescente de 17 anos procurou a polícia. Ela denunciou atos libidinosos sem consentimento durante uma competição internacional.
A investigação começou a partir da denúncia de uma adolescente de 17
Investigation
anos
began
que,
from a
através dos
complaint
pais, relatou que numa
from a
viagem para uma
17-year-old,
competição esportiva na Itália, ela
When they
teria
were in
sido
Italy, I don't
vítima
know what was
de
in Italy.
atos libidinosos praticados pelo investigado Melqui, ou atos estes que ou não foram consentidos ou foram praticados enquanto ela dormia.
Ainda de acordo com a polícia, a vítima mora no exterior e decidiu ir embora do Brasil justamente por
The victim
medo de
left Brazil
supostas
because she
ameaças do
feared
professor. A família
her
da
life,
jovem
basically.
entregou provas importantes, entre elas mensagens e um áudio. No material, o treinador admite
That audio got him. That's
diretamente o
what-
ocorrido
that audio
e
got-
tenta
well,
negociar o silêncio.
The audio put him
Após
away,
esses
but he was in trouble.
Ele invadiu o aparelho celular dela na tentativa de ocultar as provas desses atos que ele praticou. E na sequência, quando ela revelou os fatos para os pais, ele fez contato com os pais e tentou dissuadi-los de realizar a denúncia, oferecendo em contrapartida várias vantagens profissionais, financeiras, dentre elas a estruturação de uma academia no exterior.
Este áudio ainda é analisado pela perícia. Nele, Melqui admite ter tido uma conduta inadequada com a aluna de 17 anos e se diz arrependido.
Identificamos e ouvimos mais pelo
He was
menos
remorseful.
2 vítimas,
Yeah,
além
yeah,
de outras
yeah, right. What's up?
testemunhas, que dão conta
You know,
de que esse é
got Melqui up, so-
parece ser um padrão de comportamento dele, né? Então ele se aproxima dessas vítimas
He approaches these
e
victims
vendendo
and
aí, né,
sells
esse
them
sonho de
his
se
dream
destacar no
of
jiu-jitsu.
excelling
Aí a
in
partir daí
jiu-jitsu,
ele
having an
começa a
academy,
controlar os
being a world champion, a
comportamentos,
black belt.
assediar,
And then he
até que
begins to
em
control
alguns
their
casos,
behavior.
e pelo menos uma vítima relatou abuso
Until,
sexual
there's some-
aos 12 anos de idade.
Totalmente angustiado, nem dormi ontem por conta do que eu fiz, né? Eu acho que nada justifica, nenhuma coisa pode justificar o meu comportamento. Eu como líder, eu como um cara que já tem uma certa idade, não poderia ter tido esse comportamento com a sua filha.
Agora nós vamos detalhar alguns pontos principais deste áudio. A investigação vê indícios claros de manipulação psicológica. Em um determinado
Psychological
trecho,
manipulation.
Melqui tenta justificar o ato por um
Tries to justify his
comportamento
actions by citing
diferente
the
da
student's
aluna em
different
relação às
behavior
demais.
compared to others.
Alguns tratamentos que ela teve com relação à minha pessoa são tratamentos diferentes de uma aluna e um professor. Ela me tratava de uma maneira que nenhuma aluna minha me tratava. Isso me levou a crer que existia alguma coisa ali, além do sentimento
She's
de aluna e
17.
professor.
E aí, numa viagem entre algumas cidades de lá, ela chegou a dormir no carro e, segundo ela, acordou com a mão dele embaixo da blusa dela.
Melqui ainda confessa que mesmo que este sentimento existisse, era obrigação dele repreender a aluna.
Mesmo que esse sentimento existisse, eu tinha a obrigação de repreender ela.
A partir daí, ele oferece benefícios caso a denúncia não vá para frente.
Então, já entraria como sócia, vocês já entrariam como sócios de uma academia dos Estados Unidos. E isso muda a vida de vocês inteiro.
Offered the family
Vocês
a
inteiros
gym
sem poder criar
in
sua
the United
família
States.
nos Estados Unidos.
Ele diz que se ela continuar com ele até o Mundial de Jiu-Jitsu, vai
So if she
receber
stayed
a
with him to
faixa
the world,
preta.
she'll
Eu
get a black
prometo que
belt.
se ela ficar aqui pelo menos até o Mundial, onde ela vai receber a faixa preta dela, eu não vou sequer, eu não toco nela, eu não falo com ela se ela não falar comigo, eu não vou destratar ela, mas também eu vou manter total distância dela. E se for necessário, se vocês quiserem, eu pago também as despesas da sua ou da mãe dela para acompanhar ela onde quer que seja.
O treinador afirma ter conhecidos que poderiam conseguir documentos para que os filhos deles nascessem nos Estados Unidos.
Hoje eu tenho um investidor lá, eu tenho uma pessoa com dinheiro lá, que inclusive mexe também com documentação. E eu já disse para essa pessoa que quem vai para lá é um aluno meu.
Outra parte do áudio, Melqui apela de novo para que a denúncia não seja feita. Diz que impactaria a marca da academia, que gera emprego para 100 pessoas.
Qualquer coisa que o Melqui venha a sofrer vai impactar diretamente na marca. E a marca gera hoje, para você ter uma noção, a gente gera quase 100 empregos.
Exato, a gente percebe, né, claramente a típica conduta, né, de um abusador. Que ele tenta em algum momento atribuir a culpa à vítima, dizendo que poderia ter interpretado mal, que o comportamento dela deu a entender, né, que ela consentisse de alguma forma. E aí, quando, né, em algum momento ele passa a exercer essa manipulação mesmo, né, até colocando nas costas da vítima e dos familiares a responsabilidade até por eventual prejuízo à equipe de colaboradores dele. Ele diz que, né, emprega cerca de 100 pessoas, então ele tenta transferir a responsabilidade pela punição dele para os familiares da vítima, para a própria vítima.
Melqui continua oferecendo condições. Aceita parar de dar aula e sugere até uma possível armação de um falso assalto para que ele seja morto.
Você disse, Melqui, se eu sou mulher séria, achar que eu sou um perigo, eu sou um doente, talvez eu seja mesmo um doente, né, que eu não tenho cura, que eu vou jogar tudo a perder lá na frente também. Então é só vocês definirem e eu paro de dar aula. Se vocês quiserem mais, eu ando de moto. E é muito fácil simular um assalto. Se você quiser, você vai pode tirar.
Ele diz que deixou registros escritos para que os pais possam usar contra ele.
Eu fiz questão de deixar alguns registros, né, escritos para que vocês possam usar, inclusive, contra mim. Se vocês quiserem que eu morra, não tem problema também nisso. Eu já tentei suicídio uma vez.
O abuso contra a vítima teria acontecido enquanto a aluna estava deitada. Melqui admite ter tocado na barriga da garota. Os relatos apontam para uma situação ainda mais grave.
As vítimas que foram ouvidas mencionaram que ele usava, sim, da condição de policial civil para incutir, né, da condição de policial civil e do fato de, né, possuir arma, para incutir ainda mais temor, evitar qualquer tipo de denúncia.
A senhora acredita que o número vai aumentar também, né? Ao longo da divulgação já são 3 mulheres, 3 vítimas identificadas. Uma delas já ficou maior de idade, as 3 são menores, né, ainda?
A nossa vítima, que é menor, as outras 2 já são maiores, que a gente já ouviu. Mas, assim, ao longo da investigação, surgiram outros nomes de outras vítimas. Algumas outras vítimas que ainda não tinham sido citadas também estão entrando em contato. E tudo vai ser apurado, direcionado para a autoridade competente para ser apurado da melhor forma possível.
Considerado uma referência no jiu-jitsu, Melqui Galvão construiu uma carreira de destaque. Ele começou como treinador em Manaus e ficou famoso por um método de treino inovador que fez com que adolescentes ganhassem faixas consagrados em campeonatos. Esta é uma das unidades da escola de Melqui Galvão. Fica na Vila Romana, zona oeste da capital paulista. A academia é considerada uma das mais conhecidas e respeitadas de São Paulo. Também tem unidades em Jundiaí e Manaus. Melqui dava aulas e formava atletas. Mas agora o cenário é outro. O treinador renomado está afastado dos tatames. Agora passa a responder às acusações na justiça, em um processo que corre em segredo. Além da atuação no esporte, Melquisedeque de Lima Galvão Ferreira exerce o cargo de investigador na Polícia Civil do Amazonas.
I wonder,
o nome
people still
dele
training
consta
at
na folha
the
de pagamento
schools?
do governo do estado, referente a março de 2026, disponível no portal da Transparência, com um salário de R$ 29.651,09. Em nota, a Confederação Brasileira no portal da Transparência.
In addition to that, all that school money, he was getting his money from the Amazonas police.
Consta na folha de pagamento do governo do estado, referente a março de 2026. Disponível no portal da Transparência, com um salário de R$ 29.651,09.
Whoa, wait, what? How much was he getting paid over there? His salary for March was $29,600 USD. I don't know.
That can't be for the month. Em nota, a Confederação Brasileira de Jiu-Jitsu Esportivo disse que tomou conhecimento das denúncias de conduta inadequada no mandado de prisão de Melqui. Ressaltou que não há espaço para qualquer abuso ou assédio dentro do jiu-jitsu e que o professor está afastado de todas as atividades vinculadas à confederação. A Federação Internacional de Jiu-Jitsu Brasileiro também afastou Melqui de todas as competições. O filho do treinador, Melqui Galvão, também se pronunciou. Em uma publicação, o jovem afirmou que vive um momento difícil. Destacou a relação com o pai e defendeu que o caso seja apurado com rigor pelas autoridades. Já a escola onde Melqui era líder confirmou o afastamento dele das atividades e destacou que o corpo jurídico da academia está à disposição das autoridades. Até o fechamento desta reportagem, a defesa de Melqui não havia se pronunciado sobre o caso. A Polícia Civil do Amazonas disse que adotou o afastamento cautelar de Melqui, conforme previsão legal, até a conclusão das apurações.
E aí? Quando o próprio filho reconhece, puxa, se meu pai fez isso, tem que pagar. Nós não colocamos aí na reportagem, mas a nora do professor se manifestou nas redes sociais, na reportagem, mas a nora do professor se manifestou nas redes sociais dizendo que está decepcionada, e que ela vai trabalhar para proteger as vítimas do sogro dela. Então ele pegou toda a carreira dele, ele rasgou a carreira dele, jogou no lixo, e serve de exemplo, obviamente, para outros homens que estão me assistindo aqui agora. Se tem um comportamento reprovável, olha o que pode acontecer depois. Então, começa a repensar os seus atos e muda enquanto dá tempo, porque chega uma hora que não tem mais como segurar.
É verdade, o áudio é revelador, né? O réu confesso, ele não é réu ainda, né, mas será. Mas a gente chama esse áudio de réu confesso, né? Uma confissão e cheia de ameaças também, outros crimes nesse áudio que nós mostramos aqui. Portanto, a delegada vai fazer um trabalho importante e ele vai responder perante a justiça.
E nós sempre estaremos abertos para qualquer denúncia. Se você também está vivendo uma situação de abuso, pode ser com o professor ou com quem for, você pode procurar a polícia e se quiser procurar o Balanço Geral, pode ter certeza que você vai ser acolhida, vai ser acolhido e nós vamos levar o seu caso ao ar. Por mais que você não queira se manifestar.
God dang. About every 2 months, they always think they get away with, AI admit now they can find your voice when they match your voice up perfectly. I had some more stuff too. Now, Allure didn't really see. She only said she didn't put no post out. She did a little story. That was it. She did that little story. Now, look, here's what she's doing now, Sarah. She picking berries. She should have picked a better man. No. All right, excuse me. That was too much. I said, oh my God. What's wrong with me? Lock me up, Sarah. Lock me up, Sarah. He in Brazil dealing with that. And his baby fatherless. The baby ain't seen his dad for 2/3 of his life. The baby's 3 months old. He ain't seen Mika in 2 months. I'm sorry, that was too much. That joke is too much. That joke. God dang. I gotta slow down a little bit. Now she picking berries. All right, she enjoying herself. Now, when she's stressed out, she be eating. I ain't never seen that utensil right there. Well, you used to just look. That's the baby right there, looking for his daddy. Where your daddy at, baby? Where your daddy at? Your daddy's he's dealing with something back in Brazil. No, you don't know when Mika getting back to America. He can't leave Brazil. Brazil in fire. His situation in Brazil is treacherous. She basically a single mom right now. Grandma told her so. Look at grandma. Grandma told her so. I told you not to deal with that boy. I told her not to deal with them too. Not in person, just on my videos. Now she gonna have to look fight styling. Are you single? She might need you to step up, take care of that baby. That baby need a daddy. He ain't got no his daddy's daddy in trouble. The daddy. God, dog. Sarah said I'm too harsh on her, but man, sometimes you need some tough love over here, Sarah. Fight styling, you looking, man? She needs somebody pronto. That's all good. Listen, she could have picked a regular guy. That regular guy would have been better right now. Regular guy would not be in trouble right now. A regular guy's family would not be in trouble right now. We do have, what did they say? Let me see. It says the athlete Liza, I can't say her name. I mean, yeah, you need to hang around. See, that's why you gotta do research on people. You don't just have kids with people willy nilly. Okay, who are your folks? Okay, your dad. Okay, your mom. Okay, you need to check out the family. Cause look, that baby can't be around grandpa no more. That baby for sure can't be around grandpa. And where was grandma during all this? So we have an athlete from BJJ College, which is one of Melqui Galvão schools, announced her withdrawal. I think that's a girl, right? Her withdrawal from BJJ College in the face of the latest events and the ongoing investigations against Melqui Galvão. All right, so we got one person out of there. There's going to be more people out of there. I'm not sure who she is, but she said she out of there. I hope they didn't put hands on her. We got Miss A-Rod. You guys know we like A-Rod. Well, some of you guys like A-Rod. Did she do a story? Oh, here we go. She did her story too. Now, some of these people selfish. I just want you to remember. I don't see gender, Sarah. I don't see gender. They put the wrong gender on there. Well, I don't see gender. I'm not sure if what she identifies or what they identify as. So I don't see gender. I only see technique. So if you're a white belt, I see your technique. Yeah, that's a white belt for sure. I only see technique, Sarah. I don't see gender. I just see your technique. I just see technique over here. So listen, just remember some of these people selfish. Just remember that, okay? She says, I'll pronounce myself. I don't know if she meant to put that on there. Any kind of violence or harassment is the least, and this is obvious. Yesterday, I chose silence to reflect responsibly on everything that is happening. There is an audio circulating where they mentioned the name Anna. That's not me. She said that wasn't her. She said Melqui wasn't touching up on her. All right, good on you. The person mentioned has already testified at the police station, and it's important to make this clear to avoid any kind of confusion. She said it wasn't her getting touched on. My students and my boyfriend. Who's her boyfriend? I thought she had a girlfriend. I don't know. We need better news sources over here. My students and my boyfriend are competing in the Brazilian Championship, and right now they need me present. I was also in conversation with the direction of BJJ College because there are important decisions to be made. It's not about a mission, but about responsibility. I'm organizing everything and taking care of those who need me now. Soon, I will position myself more completely. The reason Melqui Galvão could do what he did is because he benefited. People benefited from him. Now, some people were abused, but a lot of people benefited. Okay, we're looking at Miss A-Rod. Sorry, A-Rod, we're looking at your stories. She might not like that. She said she don't want me looking at her stories. What's pretty interesting is that A-Rod has, she only teaches female students, really. Yeah, she only has female students. She did a post. Now, my Portuguese is terrible. Where is CP at? Let me see if I can translate it for us. Let me see if I can copy this. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Gotta take screenshots over here. All right, let's go Google Translate. Let me put an image over here. Can I drag it? Oh, let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see. I don't screenshot the wrong thing. Here we go. Here we go. Can you guys see that? All right. It says, given all the facts revealed today, I see no other option but to leave BJJ College. Oh. You guys might not know Anna. She did pretty good at ADCC. She's beaten Jasmine Hosha like every time. I think she's won Worlds, maybe at black belt. She does more UFC BJJ and more Nogi recently. So she says, given all the facts revealed today, I see no other option but to leave the BJJ College team. I am and always have been in favor of defending women and children. I do not condone any type of violence against them. Hey, what about men? We don't need I don't want to see violence against anybody. Throw everybody in there. Throw me in there. Don't do violence against me. I own a gym exclusively for women, and it wouldn't make any sense to continue at BJJ College, as it would conflict with my life's purpose, which is to empower them and provide them with better opportunities. Between my professional performance and my commitment to women, I choose the latter. So you're going to see people leaving the gym. Look what happened to another gym that something similar happened to. They lost a ton of students. They got 4 people in the Nogi program right now. They got about 4 people in that Nogi program. They ain't got nobody over there. There's going to be more athletes. That was 2. I haven't heard anything from the guys over there. Where are the guys? The guys haven't said anything. Melqui going to do. That's true. Now we did bring up something. Someone brought up something yesterday. Sarah Galvão never made a statement. She never made a statement. And some people said that we were throwing Sarah under the bus, but remember at the time Sarah was put in charge of Atos Jiu-Jitsu, wasn't she? So as the CEO at that time, she was the CEO of Atos Jiu-Jitsu. They probably need to have her make a statement, but she never did. Now Melqui Galvão made his statement. Even Mikey talking about it. God, dog. Let me go back.
The father of Melqui Galvão and like one of the biggest coaches in jiu-jitsu right now. What happened with him with sexual assault charges of like minor under 14 years old, because in Brazil the age is 14, which is crazy. Below that age in Brazil is what you get charged. Like in the US it's 18, right? So if you mess up in Brazil, the girl's very, very young.
They came to the States from Manaus. We at the time had one of the best kids juvenile programs. And they asked me to come, and I said, man, everybody's welcome. I have a room upstairs. So they ended up coming. Same thing. I housed them. I bought them food. As things progressed, I started seeing things that I didn't think that were correct. She found some stuff that confirmed that what was going on.
We all saw the news of Melqui Galvão, the father of Melqui Galvão, and like one of the biggest coaches in jiu-jitsu right now.
What
happened with
why
him
did that guy
with,
say anything?
Sexual assault charges of like minor under 14 years old, because in Brazil the age is 14, which is crazy. Below that age in Brazil is what you get charged. Like in the US, it's 18, right? So if you mess up in Brazil, the girl's very, very young.
They came to the States from Manaus. We at the time had one of the best kids juvenile programs. And they asked me to come, and I said, man, everybody's welcome. You know, I have a room upstairs. So they ended up coming. Same thing. I housed them, bought them food. As things progressed, I started seeing things that I didn't think that were correct. She found some stuff that confirmed that what was going on.
ChatGPT. They burning out ChatGPT, man.
Assustador.
We got Mr. Nicholas Mergali. This is in Portuguese. I'll read the English side over here, but we'll listen to him first.
A quantidade de vítimas que foram filtradas nas últimas 48 horas através do meu Instagram. Infelizmente, a gente conseguiu encontrar muitas vítimas que se disponibilizaram a conversar, não a testemunhar todas, porém grande parte delas estão testemunhando. Pior que isso, a gente também encontrou vítimas de outras pessoas que também fazem parte dessa situação toda, na qual postam muito sobre nota de esclarecimento, falam disso e daquilo, que repudiam ações e etc. Muitas dessas pessoas também fazem parte e é triste, né? Eu não sei como, acho que aqui vem o meu apoio, eu não sei como mulheres que trabalham com isso diariamente, fazem essa luta literalmente nas trincheiras e sem suporte algum conseguem viver a vida adiante, né? Falando com mulheres que foram estupradas, abusadas com 12, 13 anos, 14 anos, 10 anos, que foi o que eu li no meu Instagram durante 48 horas. É assustador, drena, eu tô sentindo que meu coração tá no chão. Parabéns, vocês são foda pra caralho. E eu tô me desvencilhando agora, eu não consigo tocar essa situação mais, eu não tenho experiência, eu não tenho coração, não tenho espírito, não sei como lidar com isso. Eu cumpri meu papel, que foi colocar a minha figura a público, trazer as pessoas do jiu-jitsu para se sentir confortáveis em relação a esse caso em específico que a gente estava lidando. Foram encontradas diversas vítimas e assustador, eu não tenho outra palavra para dizer. Triste também ver que a comunidade de jiu-jitsu não se uniu, né? Eu acredito que foram raríssimas as pessoas que falaram algo na rede social, até porque, como eu mencionei, muitas delas têm telhado de vidro. E o mais engraçado é que muitas delas também postaram notas de esclarecimento, querendo tirar os deles da reta e deixar só uma pessoa se incendiar. Porém, muitas dessas pessoas, para não dizer 100% delas, sabiam o que estava acontecendo, né? Todo mundo que vivia naquela situação, naquele ambiente, sabia como eram feitas. Enfim, não quero nem falar, acho que eu tô cansado, cara. Agradeço todo mundo que deu suporte, agradeço todo mundo que compartilhou, agradeço todo mundo que moveu isso à frente comigo. Tô tirando meu time de campo, vou deixar um link no meu perfil da bio para quem tiver ainda necessidade de prestar queixas, né? Eu recebi muitas mulheres que eu não consegui dar atenção, peço desculpa, muitas mulheres de outros estados, São Paulo, Santa Catarina, Rio de Janeiro, norte do país, muitas mulheres pedindo ajuda, socorro, eu tô sendo ameaçado de morte. Porém, eu não tenho como lidar com isso. Eu sou só um lutador de jiu-jitsu, acho que a gente precisa buscar pessoas mais capacitadas e agora eu tiro meu time de campo. Agradeço do fundo do meu coração, espero que as melhores decisões sejam tomadas daqui em diante. E é isso. Obrigado. Assustador a quantidade de vítimas que foram filtradas nas últimas 48 horas através do meu Instagram. Infelizmente...
So Mergali is actually trying to help people. I don't know if we had anything else over there. Was there something else I wanted to see? I'm trying to. We got a line open. I didn't even know the line open was this weekend, man. Let's see if there's anything else I care about. Let's see.
São 5 horas e 38 minutos. Nós vamos a Manaus. Nicole Gomes tem mais detalhes sobre a prisão de Melqui Galvão. Oi, Nicole, boa tarde.
Oi, boa noite para todo mundo. O professor de jiu-jitsu e policial civil Melqui Galvão foi preso temporariamente nesta terça-feira em Manaus por suspeita de abuso sexual contra alunas. Essa ordem judicial partiu da Justiça de São Paulo, onde o caso é investigado pela Polícia Civil. Segundo as investigações, pelo menos 3 vítimas relataram situações de abuso sexual. Uma delas é uma adolescente de 17 anos, ex-aluna do treinador, que denunciou ter sofrido atos libidinosos sem consentimento durante uma competição esportiva que foi realizada no exterior. Outras 2 possíveis vítimas foram identificadas em diferentes estados. Em um dos casos, a denúncia aponta que a vítima tinha 12 anos na época dos fatos. Segundo a polícia, os denunciantes apresentaram uma gravação em que o investigado tenta desencorajar a denúncia com uma promessa de compensação financeira. A gente lembra que o Melqui Galvão é servidor efetivo da Polícia Civil aqui no Amazonas e atuava como instrutor de defesa pessoal no setor de capacitação da corporação. Depois da denúncia, ele foi afastado cautelarmente das funções. A Polícia Civil informou que também foi aberto um procedimento interno para apurar a conduta do servidor, além de possíveis irregularidades no exercício de atividades fora do Estado. O caso foi encaminhado à Corregedoria Geral do Sistema de Segurança Pública, que agora deve conduzir o processo administrativo disciplinar, e a prisão aconteceu após a articulação entre os policiais. O investigado havia chegado ao Amazonas em menos de 24 horas e se apresentou então às autoridades. Além da prisão temporária, foram cumpridos mandados de busca e apreensão em endereços ligados a ele no interior de São Paulo. Volto com vocês.
Muito obrigada pelas informações, Nicole Gomes, em Manaus. E Melqui Galvão é pai do multicampeão mundial de jiu-jitsu, Melqui Galvão, que se pronunciou nas redes sociais. Melqui diz que é difícil encontrar palavras para um momento como esse, que o pai foi quem o colocou no tatame pela primeira vez, ainda criança, agradeceu aqui aos ensinamentos do pai, mas diz que ao mesmo tempo se sente na obrigação de ser honesto, que os fatos sejam investigados com seriedade e que a justiça cumpra seu papel. Ele disse que como pessoa repudia qualquer forma de assédio ou violência contra mulheres e crianças, aí diz que esse é o valor que carrega e que não abre exceção. A nota diz ainda que ele não tem respostas para tudo agora e diz que sabe que tem responsabilidade com as pessoas que acreditam nele e é para essas pessoas que ele dirige a energia nesse momento. Aqui um resumo, então, da nota, né, ao público que foi postada numa rede social por Melqui Galvão, que é filho de Melqui Galvão.
How many videos I done watched this? God dang. I don't know if I watched that one. Let's see. Maybe I watched that. Not watched that. Mr. Dan Lucart Dan Lucart had to say something. Dan Lucart, I like Dan Lucart. He says, zoom in for my visually impaired people. This will be unpopular, but I don't care. I don't even know why I do this. Why do I torture myself? This will be unpopular, but I don't care. I do think the IBJJF jumped the gun on a lifetime ban of Melqui the day after the news broke. This is impulsive and not measured. The IBJJF should have suspended him from all activities in IBJJF/CBJJ pending the outcome of legal proceedings and investigation. Then issue a lifetime ban after the conclusion of legal proceedings, which appears likely to happen. The net result is the same, but Melqui gets to have his day in court to defend himself before a jury. A key tenet of justice. Arrests are arrests. They are not convictions. The IBJJF needs to hold themselves to a more professional standard. Now, that actually, I agree. Lifetime ban. I know I heard the audio, but he should still be on. I wish they would, start suspending people. They should be suspending people already. That should be the first rule, the first move. They need to suspend every Galvão. Suspend these people. They don't really, IBJJF don't really do nothing effectively. I wish they would suspend some more people, but they didn't suspend nobody from Checkmat or Gracie Baja or nobody. And then the first person they actually banned is Melqui Galvão. Yeah, suspend first. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just do that. Just do what everybody do, the boilerplate. Do what everybody else do. Suspend him. Oh, he got convicted. Okay. Oh, he's back. Well, I mean, honestly, I don't really want Melqui Galvão back. They keep him locked up. Personally, keep him locked up. But professionally, you got to have his day in court. Now, some people, if they didn't have those tapes, you guys would be defending. If they didn't have those tapes on Melqui, you guys would be defending him right now. Calling me a hater. You guys will be defending him just like you defend all the other people. Someone says at least be consistent and ban Andre as well. I think it was uncovered audio. Somebody said, didn't he basically confess to it? He did, and the leaked audio is abhorrent. I disagree with this take, Dan Lucart. Dan says, you want me to make a video of your voice admitting to a crime. Uh-oh. So Feist Island did say that. They're going to try to use the AI. Now, the issue with AI is that they're going to have records of you using the AI. You don't think they have records of you using the AI to create the voice? They tracking you. The AI tracking you, your phone tracking you, computer tracking you, the AI data center tracking you. You think you're going to use all that technology and nobody got no trail on you? Dan Lucard said, I can make a video with your voice. Maybe, but I mean, once they start interviewing those people, I think that starts to add up on you. Someone says, IBJJF professional standard. They are a business first and foremost. He is bad for business, so he's removed and placed on a lifetime ban. IBJF only care about business. They don't even care about growing the sport, honestly. They need to look strong on the continued problem of abusers in our sport. I can't even say that word on here. What Dan is saying is that there is a small chance he can be found not guilty. Then IBJJF would have to make another long statement how they jumped the gun. I don't even think you can make an AI audio that long, to be honest. In Portuguese, maybe English. I don't think can the AI do the Portuguese that well. IBJF would have to make another long statement how they jumped the gun by not giving him a chance in court. I get what you're saying, though. They are keeping him in custody while they move forward in the investigation. So chances are he's screwed. Somebody said he basically confessed. And that's what we just read a little bit ago. Dan said he could do the video. Someone else said this AI is absolutely insane these days and calls into question all video and audio evidence and requires it to be scrutinized to be considered actual evidence. He says AI is definitely an issue. I wouldn't put it past anyone to create an audio file to destroy another's legacy. So I'll concede to that point. However, it would seem as though there is more than sufficient corroborating evidence to make the arrest. Someone else says, would be nice to see them deal with leaders of clubs in North America as firmly as they did here. Or at least you mentioned with temporary suspensions pending further review. Who's in charge of reviewing things at IBJF? They're gonna send the friends over there. They didn't jump the decision with Andre, so yes, you are correct. Brazil has very strict laws, so when it comes to minors, I've heard about 10 people have reported it. There is a lot more that will come out as people report it, and he was a police officer. Well, in America, police officers get off on everything. Okay. There were some more posts, too, by Mr. Dan Lucart. Dan, my man got nothing but posts. He more controversial than me. He says, guys, put 2 and 2 together. Mika joined Fight Sports, a notorious supplement gym. We use the word supplement over here. Fight Sports, a notorious supplement gym with the most USADA violations in history. I believe they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, God, dog, they got a lot. 5. They should have pled the 5th. That's what Balea be saying. They should have pled the 5th. God dang, you guys stay in trouble. Now you guys make for good content. It makes me sad I got to do this. I could be training or something. I could be making a video on my other channel. Okay, they had the most USADA violations. Do they get a plaque for that? Do they get a plaque for that? They get an IBJF medal, the trophy for that. Oh, sorry, Fight Sports. Fight Sports, yo, you guys did it to yourself. Before you attacked me, I didn't tell you to do none of that stuff. I tell people to stay natural and don't use that crap. Nobody listened to me though. It was 2021 when Mika. Oh wait. Okay, most violations in history, and a head instructor who has publicly encouraged others to use PEDs, supplements, in 2020. When was that? It was 2021 where Mika noticed his T levels were low. So how your T levels low? You 17, 18. You ain't got no low T. You got your T is strong. Now maybe you're overtraining. If he took 2 days off, the testosterone would have popped back up. So he received the prescription for the banned substance. He did pop. Mika tested positive for the supplement clomiphene in 2022, all while with Fight Sports. The timeline fits perfectly for Mika arriving at Fight Sports. Now, Dan Lucar's giving them more leeway than I would. I argue they might have been doing stuff beforehand. Allegedly, possibly. It says the timeline fits perfectly for Mika arriving at Fight Sports, doing a cycle, crashing his T. Okay, so he said he he said he did whatever he was doing. He did the there's too much. You got the Wolverine protocol, you got the Cyborg protocol. Who else got the Hulk protocol? Everybody got a protocol. The Spider-Man protocol, the Batman protocol, everybody got a protocol. Doing a cycle, crashing his T levels, and not knowing what to do. Clomiphene would need to be what he needed to do to fix his testosterone crash post-cycle. The detectability window for clomiphene in urine had just been kicked out to 4 months pre-urine test, and he got caught. With all probability, this is what happened. Okay, so he did get caught back. He did get caught back in 2021. I believe he was like 18 at the time. Why are you using that stuff at 18? You don't need none of that stuff at 18. Dan also posted this: Brazil versus USA, age of consent. Most in the USA are pretty shocked when they learn this. Brazil has protections for 14 to 17-year-olds, where there is a power imbalance. Only teacher, boss, or coach. USA only goes below 18 for Romeo and Juliet, close in age situations. It says Brazil, the age of consent is 14 nationwide, and USA varies between 16 to 18. Okay, Jesus Christ. 14 is age of consent. Oh, Brazil, you guys got to fix that on your own. I can't help you guys. Was there anything else I cared about? We have a post that says Melqui allegedly used police ties to squash previous misconduct reports. They about to put that man away, bro. They about to put that man away. I don't know if I really want to read anymore. I might be tired. I think I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of reading these stories. Was there anything else I cared to look at? Let me see. There's a lot of stuff I was supposed to watch. We're not going to look at it today, though. I have no energy. Ooh, Chatty put out a video. Oh, let's watch this, though. BJJ no longer works. Is BJJ fake?
So is jiu-jitsu finished? Well, no, but it does have some problems. But there's also reason for optimism. Let's talk about it. Following the last UFC fight night, this was the event headlined by Aljamain Sterling versus Yusuf Zalal. There were 3 former world champions on the card. It's Alita Alencar, who won. Fair enough. A little bit of a surprise, actually. She was the underdog, as well as two previous multi-time world champions, Rodolfo Vieira and Marcus Buchecha Almeida, or just Buchecha. And the reason why this is relevant is because these two have performed very poorly. Now, it should also be noted, Rodolfo Vieira has performed much better than Buchecha. He's also been there a lot longer. He's been there since 2019. He has a winning record overall, 6-4. He's never put together a 3-fight win streak, but he did put together back-to-back wins over Armen Petrosyan and Cody Brundage. He submitted both of them. So it's not to say that this guy has done nothing in the UFC, but if you were not around in jiu-jitsu in the late 2000s, and in particular the early 2010s, it is hard to overstate just how important Buchecha and Vieira were. First of all, their head-to-head duels and like the absolute was also something to just kind of take a notice of, and how it would be these huge matches at various world championships when they would intersect. But like the thing to understand about Buchecha is how often he was able to win, yes, on good technique, that's true, but enormously good and highly advantageous athleticism. He was like a cat out there in his prime. Both he and Vieira, I think, are around 36 years of age. When he was out there competing in his prime, he was able to get an extra gear going by virtue of his athleticism.
Extra
and now
gear?
when you watch,
How do you get that?
you know, that just doesn't appear to be there anymore. He is still big. He is still seemingly strong. Obviously, he does have good jiu-jitsu. We'll talk about that in a minute. But he just can't make it work for him. He has not won a fight through 3 tries in the UFC, and they've given him fighters that he should be able to beat these guys. Right? The UFC has given him fighters he should be able to beat, and he hasn't been able to do it. In fact, he hasn't even really gotten close. He's gotten takedowns. He can't hold him down. Okay, so what is going on? Why has this been such a problem? Not just for these two fighters, but like, why are jiu-jitsu fighters seemingly doing as poorly as ever in high-level mixed martial arts? Well, one thing to understand is it may not be true. There could be the perception that they've done poorly, but according to Guilherme Cruz, there's at least some evidence to suggest that, in fact,
they
overall,
test
the trends about
UFC.
how well they do or don't do
they used to
remain largely unchanged. You can take that for what it is worth. Another way to think of it, too, is like wrestling is actually having something of the same problem, where guys coming over from collegiate wrestling, they can still do really well, of course, but it doesn't confer the exact same benefit that it once did. The overall best practices about how to be a wrestler yourself and how to defend wrestling have gotten a lot better. So, you know, it is certainly still true that maybe the best base for MMA is wrestling, and it's one of the most key and critical skills. It's not to say that it's not important. It is important, but it used to be the automatic conference of like potentially huge title-winning domination, and it is not necessarily that anymore, at least not for sub-heavyweight or sub-light heavyweight weight classes. So 2 little factors to consider there, but that's really got nothing to do with maybe jiu-jitsu proper. Let me offer a couple of ideas, and centered on Buchecha, centered on Vieira, as a way to maybe understand this. Some folks have said, well, the problem is those were gi guys, and this is not the gi, and it really ruined their game. I would point out that both of them are ADCC gold medalists.
That's true,
but
yeah.
Nevertheless, it is true that, for example, Vieira is able to get takedowns, but some of his best takedowns during the prime of his career came from sleeve and lapel grips, and he had pretty good judo for a jiu-jitsu guy. Obviously, a lot of that has been taken away. And the same kind of gripping sequences for passes or for various forms of guard play, that has largely gone away. And the real problem is the era in which these two guys came up. The guys who came up in the late 2000s, and, you know, if you look at the peaks of their careers, so again, we're going to be late 2000s and then all the way up to around 2015 or so would be the peak. Somewhere in that, like the 2010 to 2015 range is going to be their prime. That's just very different from modern jiu-jitsu. It's just not the same. And so the kind of jiu-jitsu that they were learning with the priorities that they had at that time, they're not today's priorities. So their game, partly it's a gi issue, but partly the things that they mastered are just not nearly as relevant. And so they're having to learn additional grappling skills, or I should say, if not learn, but master, refine additional grappling skills now in their mid to late 30s that they did not get to before. You might be asking what they are. I'm going to talk about them in a moment, but understand, is the gi part of it? Like their game was built around it? Sure, to some extent, absolutely. But to me, it's more of an eras question than it is just purely, oh, these guys, they can't grapple without the gi when both of them are ADCC gold medalists. Now, I mentioned there's the other component here, which is the era. If there is good news about the future of jiu-jitsu as it pertains to MMA, it is the following. Modern jiu-jitsu might have some problems that may not translate to MMA very well. I'm not here to argue that everything about the modern jiu-jitsu game is perfectly suited for MMA. That's not my point. What is my point, though, is that relative to the eras that came before us, and in particular the era that Buchecha and Vieira thrived in, let's say again 2010 to 2015, the modern best practices are much better suited for MMA. Takedowns are significantly more important. The game has become more no-gi anyway than it is gi, like significantly so. Foot sweeps, trips from standing have gotten significantly better. The ability to wrestle up
Some of that's
has
coaching.
gotten significantly better and is a much higher priority level technique that has to be learned. And maybe most important of all of them is pinning.
Neither of these guys,
this is something Craig Jones has talked about quite a bit.
Was never
the real big issue with what I see these guys going through is partly the athleticism
technician
kind
or
of dropping
strategic.
off now.
Hidalgo's a little bit more strategic.
Some of their game is being adapted
very grip
from
dependent.
gi. Part of it is the era in which they came up in, and that last part to me is the one where we get to pinning. Jiu-jitsu guys, they maybe in the early like MMA era, like literally Royce Gracie, he could have the ability to impose his jiu-jitsu on people because they largely couldn't see it coming. Or fast forward even a few years past that, you could still get really good grapplers who could make the transition to MMA with very little training around the other disciplines.
Ryan Hall did really
because
well
they still
with
had
just a
something
guard
of an advantage to
and a little
do
bit of
that.
striking.
The modern game in MMA, as I mentioned before, and
Damian
this
Maia
is
did
also
pretty well.
affecting wrestling,
I think it's
is
just them.
much better about nullifying jiu-jitsu. If you don't have a game that you can use to quite literally impose it on a resisting opponent who does not want to fight you on those terms, that is going to be the make or break marker right there. You can be strong, you can have a great guard game, you can have lots of stuff, but if you can't impose it, physically make them answer for it, and that can be from both top and bottom, but whatever the case may be, or the back, then your game will not go far.
Buchecha and
look at how
Hidalgo were never really guard
Buchecha is
players.
able to
Like
impose
Buchecha would play
his
a half
game
guard, but he was never
on the rest of them. He can get some takedowns. He has very
didn't
poor
really play guard
pinning.
most of his career.
Right? He's just not very good at it. Vieira, a little bit better. That head and arm triangle series is something he's been able to use a little bit during his UFC run to some winning effect. Fair enough. So he's got it a little bit better, but it's also not necessarily a dynamic feature of how he operates, certainly within a no-gi context. On top of that, it is pinning. And this is where the Sambo guys really come into play because, you think about, obviously Habib and Islam are not going to be, they're the high watermark. They're not going to be representative of every kind of Sambo fighter who wants to make his way to mixed martial arts. But what you'll notice is from the takedowns, their takedowns are very good. They have trips, they have throws, they have leg attacks, they have hip attacks, they can do it, body lock attacks, they can do all of it. Once it gets to the ground, they're very, very good about pinning you there. And to the extent that you resist, they've got a whole offensive sequence about either A, returning you to that position, or B, then taking the back and then opening up the game from there with both ground and pound, passing, if you turn into them, or submission threat. They combine all of it together in kind of a one seamless kind of game. That's just not what you're getting from the jiu-jitsu guys who peaked around 2012 or 2013. That's just not that wasn't the sport at that time. Certainly not to the same extent. It wasn't what they had to use to win. It just wasn't nearly as relevant. Pinning can always be important to a degree. I remember training in the 2000s, and we would do this medicine ball drill where you would put the medicine ball squarely in your chest, and the instructor explained to us, you're in the right spot where your chest should be on the medicine ball because it will hurt the most. Right? It would actually hurt the center of your chest. It's kind of like a shorthand. And so, learning how to pin, it's not that it's never been important or never been relevant, but it's not important to the degree that it is now. jiu-jitsu athletes are much better about getting up. They are much better about having takedown sequences. And this is why the back is so important in MMA as well. I mean, you saw Buchecha try to go for the back. I'll talk about that in a second against Ryan Spann. But the back is so critical because now, right, I have a way to, if I have a body triangle, I can just now impose my jiu-jitsu on you very, very easily. Right. So yes, capturing the back can be difficult. You have to be pretty good at it and you have to set up sequences that allow it. But the point I'm trying to make here is that, once you're able to capture the back and you're able to lock it, that is a way to impose jiu-jitsu and then win a round, typically in many contexts, if you get it early enough. That's imposition. I had a conversation with Ryan Hall about this, and he was explaining to me, he was like, my overall jiu-jitsu game from going to BJJ to MMA, it's not nearly as good. How could it be? You have to spend time doing other stuff. It doesn't have the same focus. But one of the lessons that he learned from having to go from BJJ to MMA is that people are just not going to accommodate your jiu-jitsu. They're not going to just, oh, you're playing jiu-jitsu, I guess I'll play jiu-jitsu now too. Some guys will do that, but not the very best ones. The very best ones know exactly the way that they want to win. And so if they want to avoid it, they will. And the skills around stopping takedowns, getting to the feet, wrestling up, creating separation, avoiding back takes, the whole 9 yards, they've gotten way, way better. Consider the sequence with Buchecha where he tries to go for the back. You'll see him spin around. He tries to put a hook in and then the far side hook in. And what do you notice? Ryan Spann was kind of bent over at first, but first of all, he comes straight up. That's going to make the back take harder. And he had captured the near side hook and raised it higher than Buchecha's head, which makes sitting up into that impossible. And then he just stands up and goes away. Now, does anyone really think that if they were doing a jiu-jitsu match, Ryan Spann would be able to defeat Buchecha or even get a point on him? I mean, maybe a takedown, I guess. But you know what I mean? Like, no one would pick him. But they're not playing by jiu-jitsu rules. They're not using jiu-jitsu context.
I mean, they're fighting athletes that are just as good as them or better.
To impose, to force it on him.
And jiu-jitsu,
and the fact that
Buchecha
a guy like Spann can just right
there's
his
nobody
posture,
more athletic or
you would not be
stronger
able to
than
do
those
that
guys
against Khabib unless he let you.
He was
consider how often, particularly against the fence, he would force guys like Poirier, whoever, to wrestle to their hands, keeping weight on their hands. Buchecha didn't do that. He tried to quickly take the back without controlling for the posture. But why? Maybe in the gi that would have worked. Maybe 10 years ago that would have worked. More than that, maybe 15 years at this point. Yeah. That would have worked. That would have been a lot better for him. That's not the modern game. That's not the modern game at all. It is not fair to say that jiu-jitsu is washed. What it is fair to say is you have to look at the individual athletic and style of the jiu-jitsu athlete in question. In jiu-jitsu, do they have good, when I say stand up, I don't mean striking, I mean the kind of ability to close distance with a shot or some other kind of way to level change into it? What kind of attacks do they have from the body lock? Do they have body lock trips? Do they have inside trips, outside trips? Do they have foot sweeps? Do they have good arm drags to get to the back? If they're on their back, what is their ability to get to turtle, to wrestle up? Do they need the fence? Do they not need the fence? Right? And or some other kind of surface that they may have used in professional grappling or whatever. Do they have the ability to pin? Do they have pins and top rides? Do they have top rides with good wrist control? These kinds of things that are a little bit more folk style based, dare I say, catch wrestling based as well. That's just going to translate better. It's going to be a lot better. And the good news is that the modern jiu-jitsu game is making a lot more of those guys than it arguably ever has. In fact, definitively ever has. The only question left is, are guys doing jiu-jitsu who have this kind of profile, guys like a Michael Pixley out of Team Daisy Fresh, who's got phenomenal foot sweeps, very good wrestling, lights out submissions, and obviously a collegiate wrestling background.
Why would those guys want to do MMA
guys like that in MMA? The point? Well, that's a problem. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't have a solution to that. That's beyond my control. But if you want to have optimism for the future, get more of what's happening in the modern jiu-jitsu game to go into the modern grapplers MMA game. And, they're going to win, they're going to lose like any other group. But these kinds of really embarrassing losses where someone has, 13 world titles and they can't even complete seems like a normal back take on an opponent who would be well below them in jiu-jitsu ranks, you'll avoid a lot of that. BJJ is not fake. It is not washed, but it definitely needs a little revitalization. That's happening. We just need more of it to happen and bleed over.
Why go to MMA? That's my question. Why go to MMA? And you know what? When a jiu-jitsu person does well, they do everything in their power to make you not do well. But when a jiu-jitsu person does do well, they be trying to change your style. Damian Maia, remember Damian Maia was doing good, then they try to change his style. But again, why go into MMA? Why? I mean, some people do want to fight and want to prove, their style works really well. I ask you, why go to MMA? You're going to get taken advantage of. You're not going to make that much money. You're going to take brain damage. So why do it? Why do it? See if there's anything I care about. Is there anything else? Okay, there's two things I want to see. Let's play this. So if you guys, we got a lot of Koreans. I got a lot of Korean homies. This is a guy, he kind of it wasn't a Brazilian that went to less pay and more concussions. Yeah, you could stay at home. You don't just get a regular job, man. Most of these people need a regular job anyway. So this is the guy that he didn't bring jiu-jitsu to Korea, but he's the most well-known person. Wasn't a Brazilian. It was this guy, I believe.
It was very hostile towards foreigners in general. It's like walking through campus and someone points at me and screams, "Yankee, go home." I'm glad I did it. It was a good experience. I'm never going back. I thought I was done with Korea like 5 or 6 different times.
John Frankel is one of the first guys to build the jiu-jitsu scene here in South Korea. And he's also the dean of the International College at Yonsei University, which makes his story a little bit more unusual. What stuck with me the most about this story is more about his approach to learning. No ego, no chasing results, just a continuous process of learning, just showing up every single day and letting the belts, the recognition, or the grades just take care of himself.
And someone came into our Korean class from the international office and said, from next year, we have an exchange program with Yonsei University. I came to Korea for the first time, 6-7 weeks. Like I said, it was a lot of demonstrations, a lot of tear gas, a lot of hostility, but I liked it enough to where I came back in 88, 89 for a full year. And my dad picked me up at the airport and he said, "How'd you like it?" And my answer was, "I'm glad I did it. It was a good experience. I'm never going back." And sure. I believed that at the time. I came back. So obviously I had more positive feelings and memories than negative. I knew a guy in Berkeley and he's like, "I'm learning jiu-jitsu, check it out." And I was doing martial arts. I'm like, "I know that. I don't want to see that."
Was it
no,
Danaher?
It's different. But he showed me some stuff and I was very impressed.
That's not
and
California.
Like, okay, I have to learn Brazilian jiu-jitsu. But this was 89. And so back then all I could do is, I ordered Horion's tapes. I kind of got friends who were doing other martial arts to practice with me, but it was a very less than ideal way to learn jiu-jitsu. I graduated in 93. I moved back to California. I stayed with my parents for 2 weeks, moved down and started training with Hickson immediately. In my head from 89 to like 93, I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, even though I wasn't living in a place where I could go to an academy until I moved back to California. 4 years. And I moved back to Korea in 99. For 1 year to do research for my doctoral dissertation, and I was a brown belt, and that's when I started teaching just because there was nowhere else to learn. I didn't have any real plan. I was just teaching jiu-jitsu for a year. I left. By the time I left, I had a couple blue belts. They kept teaching here, but I thought I was going to live in America. 2004 or 5 when I moved back.
Was there anything that triggered it? Was it more like the academia?
Yeah, I was done with all my studies, because before I'd be here for a little while and I have to go back to America to study. I'd be here for a little while and I have to go back to America to study. But I got my PhD. Yeah. I mean, I'm done. I can go wherever I want. I don't have to ever come back.
You came straight back to Korea.
Well, actually though, I took the LSAT test. I was thinking of law school.
Okay.
I really want to be a professor. Maybe I'll go to law school. And so I was here for a year debating whether to go to law school or become a full-time professor. And coincidentally, UIC, the college I'm at now inside of Yonsei, was just starting in 2005. And some people contacted me and I'm like, you know what? This is kind of a sign. Maybe I should try this. So I signed a 3-year contract. I liked it a lot. I wasn't sure I was going to like it. I liked it a lot. I still love it a lot 21 years later. And so since then, It's been just, I'm doing this, I'm a professor.
Yeah.
And the jiu-jitsu is super important to me as a student of jiu-jitsu to learn and train hard, and as a teacher of jiu-jitsu to spread the art. But I made a conscious choice that it wasn't going to be my career. So, when push comes to shove, it's Yonsei first and jiu-jitsu second. And I'm pretty good with managing my time. So I'm always training and teaching a lot.
Spending considerable time still doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I never cared about how big it was. I would just still teach in one school. I mean, if it was just like 10 guys in all of Korea and we just met at a judo school, I'd still be doing it 25, 26 years later.
Maybe just love of the craft that is what
I'm not doing it or continuing to do it because it's popular. I would just do it regardless. Yeah.
And now it's been 20-something years. The association's
26,
big.
27.
Looking back now, say there's like one ethos or something that you felt like kind of kept the whole ship sailing forward.
Yeah. That I haven't ever stopped training and I haven't ever lost my passion. And I not only training here where I'm like the man, but like I go back and learn from Henry, and I go back and I try to meet Hickson, and I go back to Chris Howder and Matt Thornton, and it's like I'm still studying a lot and I'm still interested in improving my jiu-jitsu a lot. And that helps because there's a lot of people who they say, I've been doing it 30 years. And it's like, well, you trained really hard for the first 8 years or 7 years. And for the last 23 years, you've been just smoking and drinking and getting fat and not really training, And I hope in some way the fact that like I'm still on the mat as a teacher, as a student, when I go back and I'm really fired up, come back to team training, I'm like, look what I just got from Henry. And I want everyone in my association to know this because it's like upgraded software, upgraded technology. I'm hoping that helps.
That knowledge is power.
Yeah. You're never done learning jiu-jitsu, and trust jiu-jitsu, like even when it doesn't work, like, because it's not, when jiu-jitsu doesn't work, it's not working because you haven't trained hard enough. When jiu-jitsu is working, they use it, and when it doesn't work, they start bench pressing or making excuses or trying to do
always got his
things.
roaches ready for Sarah.
My thing is like, no, I would rather lose with jiu-jitsu than win with something else.
Yeah.
Because I know losing with jiu-jitsu accumulates. Like you lose a little later and you lose a little later and you lose a little later and then you start winning.
But eventually you get closer.
You start winning because you
living a different
built that trust in your jiu-jitsu and you just keep trying it. Right. There's only so much you can do with your mind, right?
Yeah.
How long can you actually sit and concentrate, right?
All right, that's John Frank. So if you go to Korea, I need to go to Korea. He got a lot of homies over there. He kind of brought jiu-jitsu over there. Let's watch Fionn. I think that might be it for me after that. What else I got? Oh, we're not reading that or watching that. We're going to watch this one.
Is there anybody from the...
This is behind the scenes for a UFC match. UFC beat today.
Which is like a sleeping bag that heats up, or a box sauna that you can sit down and surf on your phone or whatever. Any of that you want, let me know. We can give it to you today, or you can get it tomorrow, or whatever you want.
Oh,
guys, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Oh no.
I wear clothes today in interviews, and then you'll come back and we'll get back from you.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Six foot?
6'4".
6'4".
Like 5. And then, what is your walkout song? You had Van Dutch by Charlie as your last song. Oh yes. I think I'll go. Ooh, it's either Fergie London Bridge or should I go stateside? London Bridge. Okay, London Bridge by Fergie. Oh, because it goes, oh shit, like that.
That's a good song. Solid.
Real quick, and then we'll get you going on stations.
Oh, you already look beautiful. No, don't be sorry at all. I'll just make sure that you are camera ready.
Get Fionn with her makeup
Let's get
on.
you going on to your next station.
It's a little too loud in my ears. Look at Fionn with her makeup on.
Your lashes are great.
Got her lashes on?
I love it.
Yeah, girls, you got to make sure your lashes are done. That's one of my feedbacks for the ladies. Put your bonnet on and lashes out.
Sometimes, like, I think one side in front looks nice.
Arms crossed the left leg.
First, just your name.
Theon Davis.
You know you can't spell that. Tell him how to spell it.
Theon Davis. Mispronounced Theon.
Did they just do your reach over there? Did they tell you what it was?
Oh, massive.
Okay.
It's huge. 6'4".
Nice.
Yeah.
Birthplace.
Wales.
Accomplishments in amateur grappling / other combat sports.
Oh my god, actually, I'm free and I'm amateur and want to know pro and MMA. I'm retired pro.
She retired. I thought she was going to fight more MMA, but
in training for this match.
Training at my new gym.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then last question here: what are your hobbies, activities, or other interests when not training for a fight?
I like running. Yeah. I like reading. I'm not illiterate. Despite what some people think. Oh, I love romantasy and fantasy books. And what else do I like? I'm not going to include this, surely. I like fairy smut.
What was that?
Don't repeat that.
Fairy smut.
What's
Don't
that?
repeat that.
Oh my god, I can't believe I have to explain this to you.
Don't repeat that.
No, I mean like, I'm sorry. It's like fairies shagging each other.
Oh, like the stories and
yeah, but there's also a lot of backstories.
Fairy smut. This is a real thing.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah.
Wow.
It's bad for you to talk about fairy smut.
Okay, why they put that on there? I got a dirty mind.
Yeah.
All these girls, all these girls you think are cute,
my, tiny little tripod.
And sweet.
Right, we are here with Fionn Davies making her UFC BJJ debut. Also competing for the inaugural bantamweight title. What was your reaction when you got the call from an organization as big as the UFC offering you to fight for an inaugural title like you will be on Thursday?
Yeah, it's so exciting. I mean, I always wanted to be in the UFC with MMA. When I originally started jiu-jitsu, it was through MMA. I think a lot of people started that way, thanks to Ronda Rousey and stuff. But yeah, it was pretty cool to like kind of get that dream to come true without having to get punched in the face, I suppose. Yeah.
Is it true you used to moonlight as a bouncer?
Yeah, I used to. You wouldn't believe it, but yes, I used to be a bouncer.
Did you ever get in any skirmishes checking IDs?
I did, yeah, a few scraps, yeah. Mostly, you know what, with the lads, I think it did like really de-escalate the situation because I'd ask politely.
I didn't say she was
believe
sweet.
It or not, that actually worked.
I said that's how some girls are.
A gypsy once.
Yeah, and going back a little to what you said before about Arma, where you train and you also coach, I watched a few of the YouTube videos that they have up, and it looks like such an incredible environment to be around. How much of a game changer is that to have a gym that's so supporting behind you?
Yeah, it's so cool. I mean, I've had lots of great gyms, right? I've actually changed gyms quite a lot over the years because I've traveled.
She's changed a couple things.
But I really feel like.
Excuse me, sorry, Fionn.
Like a golden era in the
I'm
gym,
trying to
and
better
all the
myself. I'm
coaches
sorry,
really
Fionn.
inspire
Bad
me,
joke.
all the members inspire me, and they're just so supportive, and it's really nice to be in that kind of environment.
She got lashes out. God, dog. What setting of lashes are those, Sarah? She ain't close to no blue belt. Sarah just got passed up. Sarah's blue belt's on layaway. Sarah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to better myself. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh no. It's in the middle. Oh, my bad, Sarah. Sarah didn't do nothing to me, everybody. I'm sorry. She didn't do nothing to me. Hey, there's Jao right there. And Paulo. Okay, that's Paulo on the right. Jao on the left and Paulo on the right. That's Elder Cruz. He just won. He just got his gold medal for there's Trico Plata. He just got his gold medal for the Nogi Worlds after homie failed the test. You know that man be partying. There's Devontae and Elder. Who's that over there punching the bag? Joanna? No. I thought Fionn was going to fight MMA, but I don't know. Nice. Kouchi.
Yeah, so like the first day was like that loop of interviews, kind of like in this little semicircle. Like the photo shoot, well, they also did makeup, but I was like, I would have not put on my own shitty makeup if I knew they were going to do that. And then it was the photo shoot, get the headshots and everything. And then, like, I think there was maybe 5 interviews total, maybe more actually, maybe 6, but it was really efficient. So
are they going to bring Fionn back?
Because
she lost to Cassia. They're going to bring her back.
It would kind of like loop behind you, so it was really good. But yeah, the PI, it was so cool. Like, you got everything there. Yeah, we had the.
It better be cool. That's where all the fighters' money went to.
Cage and everything.
$300 million worth of that.
And yeah, we did some
maybe $30 million.
Well.
I don't know how much it
cool.
costs.
Just to like get a sweat out before the match.
That's where all your
I did, like,
fighters' money goes.
And get rid of the jet lag. I think like the best thing to do when you've just flown is, it's going to feel horrible, but like work out straight away, because then it just helps the jet lag. Did it help? No, not really.
They don't got no separate space for them to train at?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the co-main event for the
UFC lazy. They be doing this show in their basement. The Apex in the basement. It is a pretty far travel though. At least 14, 15 hours, right? Vegas to UK. Yeah, you gotta be jet lagged.
34.5.
It is. 11 hours. Okay, that's not bad.
Go.
So how many hours time difference? She gonna mess up her hair. That's the worst designed. That's just the worst designed arena. You can't even build the bowl in your gym.
What is going on here?
At least they're having fun. Oh, whoa! Wait a second. They ain't got no UFC branded buses. UFC. Stop. About to say what, but. You got the Brazilians on there?
YouTube.
Oh, Stuart Cooper? I hope she's not dating Stuart Cooper. I hope she not. Fionn, you dating Stuart Cooper? I hope you're not dating him. I'm not saying who she should date. You do whatever you want. I just saw some more news. We've been live streaming for 3 hours. I need to get out of here. I used up all my time. I just saw something though. I'm gonna have to translate it too. I wish I spoke Portuguese. This kid say what did this kid say? Let's translate it. We got so much Portuguese stuff. It's all good. I need to do whatever else I was supposed to do. Where'd that screenshot at? Oh, here it is. So that kid, that big kid, he kind of the poster boy of BJJ College. Let's see what it says. Perverts have me talking. Yeah, they do have me talking. He says, you guys can't even see that. We watched a couple videos with that big kid. He says, today I am announcing that due to everything that has been happening, I have decided to leave BJJ College and return to my city. This was one of the hardest decisions of my life. When I chose to come here, I was fulfilling a dream. I left my family, my friends, and everything I knew to pursue it. So you remember this big kid? Remember the big kid that be grappling, the blue belt? He got his blue belt before Sarah. I don't know how that's relevant. Why is that relevant? I'm sorry, Sarah. Sarah's really nice and sweet. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. I need help. Help me. My bad, Sarah. I'm sorry. But he said he going home too. Wait a second. Where's the rest of the message at? Was that the whole message? That can't be the whole message. Was that the whole message? Yeah, that was the whole message. Okay. So there's a lot of people leaving BJJ College. I'm trying to see what time it is. Okay, yeah, a lot of people left. They're probably by tomorrow. There'll probably be some more too. Oh no. Let me see this one. Where was that video? You know, Iran has not been the best situation. It says executed today. This was a 21-year-old Iranian karate athlete and provincial champion, was executed today by the Islamic regime of Iran. Sassan was arrested during the nationwide January protests in Iran under the accusations of effective cooperation with the enemy. So the same thing they got that wrestler for, they got that kid for. So bad news, terrible news, man. Sad to see that. 2004. Shoot, I remember 2004. He was young, 21, 22. We got Muggsy.
But I'm gonna tell you why.
Let me go back.
Now, you might not agree with this, but I'm going to tell you why having a brand is so important in this day and age. I've only wrestled 4 wrestling matches in 10 years, and my 5th match is against Arman Zarukian. Enough said. Now, you might not agree with this, but I'm going to tell you why having a brand is so important in this day and age. I've only wrestled 4 wrestling matches in 10 years, and my 5th match is against Arman Zarukian. Enough
said.
The
other wrestler was young too.
Now, you might not agree with this, but I'm going to tell you why.
Now, Muggsy, I don't even have anything to say about Muggsy no more, man. He ain't going to do nothing out there. Is there anything else I care about right now? I think that might be it. Let me jump over Reddit real quick. 19. Who, Muggsy? Who, that kid? The other wrestler was 19? This guy was 21. I'm not sure what the age of the other kid was. It was young. Young is young. So that's pretty sad. I don't know if anybody else came out. The Iranian wrestler. Yeah, I don't recall his age. Oh, is there somebody else? Oh, dang. Let me look this one up too. Real quickly. Who else is screenshotted stuff for you people? On the daily. All right, this might be the last image we're gonna look at though. Oh, come on. I messed it up. Ugh. Let's zoom in so you guys can see that. It says, today we are announcing our departure from BJJ College. Again, this is Melqui Galvão. This is Mika Galvão school now. It's not Melqui's school no more. Given everything that is happening, it's impossible to close our eyes and pretend everything is all right. As a woman and as a man, there's a couple, I believe. As people with 2 sisters, a mother and girlfriend and students, we need to take a stand against any kind of physical and mental abuse against anyone. Our job is to help the sport create responsible in safe environments. IBJF, you might want to learn something from these people. We feel deeply for everything the victims and their families are going through. We hope that justice will be served and that every person who does harm will be banished. Is that the translation? You are not alone. What was the actual? Okay. So that's more people. These probably some world champions too. I don't even know these kids, but they're probably blue belt, purple belt world champions or something. So that's a lot of students so far. Oh, there's another one. Let me read this one too. We saw that yesterday. Let me read this one. Most of these kids world champions too. You're about to hear about them next year when they win worlds is when you hear about them. Oh, you'd be like, oh, I like that guy. He just won worlds. I need a better system for this. Here we go. Hopefully you guys can see. It says, I'm writing to inform you that I am leaving BJJ College. It was a difficult decision, made after much reflection. Being here was without a doubt a dream come true. I experienced special moments, built true bonds, and I carry with me the affection for many people who were part of this journey. I left my parents' house. A lot of these individuals left their homes with no money, nothing, to go and follow their dreams with BJJ College and Melqui Galvão. So those are the people you can take advantage of. You know, he can when he's giving you a place to stay and train and probably money to live and eat and travel, he got control of you guys. Being here was without a doubt a dream come true. I experienced special moments, built true bonds, and I carry with me the affection for many people who were part of this journey. I left my parents' house to pursue this and still face difficulties that few imagine. Being on the internet, we only show what we want, and almost no one exposes how hard the path can be. Given everything that has been happening, it's impossible to remain silent. I have a sister who also practices jiu-jitsu, and that makes everything even more sensitive for me. I learned very early on that we must act with responsibility, respect, and above all, protect and preserve the dignity of women. I say preserve the dignity of everybody. I'm not saying it's not no all lives matter, but everybody, women, children, pets, everybody. Everybody deserves respect and dignity. Therefore, it would not be consistent for me to remain silent at this moment. College drop. Yeah. Oh, that's true though. I got to pour one out for all the homies over here. Now I'm sure they're going to find a new team. Alliance will take you. Gracie Baja, anybody will take you now. It's going to be a bargain sale on world champions. Remember when everybody left Atos and they had all them people? Everybody in San Diego was grabbing a new person, a new student. So yeah, we'll keep you guys updated as we see what else is going on. Yeah, I mean, it's bad. It's bad out here. Somebody said, this is from 2 years ago anyway. I think I read all this. Has a team of jacked vegans, lawsuit happy, and weird allegations and rumors of grooming a female student. Yep, dude, the whole package. That was 2 years ago. What the heck was that? Mexican yams? I don't even know about that. I'm trying to read a little bit. Melqui has been involved in way darker things than giving vitamins to teenagers. Yeah. All right, man. That's it for me, man. Ooh, was that the video I was looking for? Did they get taken down from YouTube? Oh, wait a second. We'll watch this tomorrow. This is the video we watched earlier, but we'll watch it tomorrow, I think. Let me see if there's anything else about Melqui Galvão real fast. I don't know if there's anything else new. Worst case, I just update you guys tomorrow. That's kind of the benefit of this kind of show. We'll do it tomorrow, God willing. That's all I got for you people, man. Melqui Galvão locked up. Mika Galvão somewhere. Did he post anything? We'll look it up tomorrow. Amit's picking berries. The baby's looking for his daddy. BJJ college people dropping out of BJJ college. That's all I got for you people, man. Thank you to everybody. Sarah, Sarah's a trooper. I'll be making some jokes, Sarah, but I don't mean half the stuff I say. I don't mean half the stuff I be saying, Sarah. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you guys later. I'm playing my song, the ran through song. It is not the ran through song. That's what Sarah called it. It's the Alec News Network song. See, didn't say ran through song. All right, thank you everybody.
Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News